And we are live on SpeedToLead Accelerator Calls. And again, it's just a sophisticated word for us to come here, make some dials and close some deals. Here's the cool thing. Everybody who's a part of our SpeedToLeaders community can join and make some dials. We're going to give you a little bit of balance. So there is opportunity to get some leads at no cost, as long as you're prepared, as long as you have your laptop ready, your internet connection is stable. And again, if you're shy, if you're not confident, there are some guidelines we give in SpeedToLeaders as well. And again, all of us sucked at some point, but this is a good opportunity to start.
I still suck sometimes, guys. Like, nobody's perfect.
Absolutely. Ashley, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, Yurii?
So I'm doing great. And shout out to Ashley. She's closing a bunch of creative deals, bunch of other things that she'll be making dials and also helping us out with some feedback, with some comping, with some suggestions and how to close deals better.
My team got 8 contracts last week. 8.
Good.
All SpeedToLead leads, guys.
Let's go. And again, it's all about getting some contracts, ideally, getting some experience. Again, do we expect every lead to go right? No, we expect some crap things. Again, for most of crap situations, we have refund policy. And again, our whole mode, we want to be on the offense. We want to make dials. We're going to keep pounding because that's how you win in your life. Having said that, huge shout out to Kevin and Samson, who decided to join for the first time. I don't know who they are. What are they?
Kevin, just press the microphone at the bottom.
But I just know they wanted to make some dials. So, and that's why we salute to them. Samson, you want to tell a couple words about yourself? When did you start? Who you are? What you do? How people can find you? Give yourself a shout out.
So my name's Samson Fragoso. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I've recently been in the wholesale market for about 6 months. My mentor is Alex Harshman. He kind of led me to wholesaling. Like I said, I've been kind of in the deal machine for about 5 months. I've called probably over 1,000 people. I've had potential leads, but they all just fell through. So Alex kind of led me to, this platform, SpeedToLead. And since, let's say, last Thursday to now, I probably bought maybe 15 leads. I've contacted all of them. There were 2 or 3 potential ones that I was going to put on contract. But what I didn't realize was one of them was, you could say, kind of mobile home, but the person didn't own the land. So that one kind of fell through for me.
Yeah, those ones are bad.
It was an education, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I was doing it over the weekend, so it was like a $9 lead, right? So for me, it wasn't like, breaking the bank or anything. I still probably have reached, just from my notes, I have about 7 leads that I've reached, the seller, but I haven't actually been able to get a hold of them. So I just left a voicemail and a text just explaining who I was, if they were still interested in selling, and if they were, they could, contact me back. I had a couple that were only, according to the lead, that they were only available after 5 p.m. So they're fairly new leads. So I'll still probably revisit them. Like I said, I think there's 3 of them that I have in my notes where it's, contact me after 5. So just staying vigilant and, putting my head down and, doing the grind. At the end of the day, I do have a little bit of a balance. So I kind of am limited to like what I'm looking for. So I am a little bit picky with in regards to, I typically look for like, a full renovation rather than, things that are small, because just from what I've realized, it's a lot easier to kind of negotiate down rather than, I've kind of ran into a few sellers who are very specific with what they're trying to sell their property for. And again, at the end of the day, we're all in the business of making money. And if it doesn't make sense for me, I typically just kind of end the conversation with like, or I kind of start the conversation with, If it doesn't, meet my standards or it doesn't meet your standards, at the end of the day, it's okay. Like it doesn't kind of break the conversation. I kind of lead with that. If it doesn't fit what we're looking for, or if I don't fit what you're trying to sell it for, that's totally okay. Then I kind of just break it down with, I did have a script when I was doing outside of iSpeed2Lead, but with a few of the leads that I have, there is actually a script involved. I mean, like I said, I've called over 1,000 people. So typically it's just like, what are your motivation? Like, can you tell me a little bit more about the property? What's your situation like? And then I kind of just let them talk, and I take a few notes myself. And typically I always ask if they have a number in mind. And if they do, I kind of then reiterate, if we were to pay cash and, take care of all the closing costs, could you see yourself going any lower? For the most part, they are open to, lowering it a little bit, but they do have like a window of, typically, like, for example, let's say that there was a property that I was looking at, I think it was Saturday, where when I was doing my comps, it was probably ARV somewhere between 200 and 220. The seller wanted 100, but it was probably like between 60 and 75,000 in rehab. So again, I was trying to get it lower than 100,000. It seemed like they owed some taxes on the property between 60 and 70,000. So just from doing my comps, I was actually going to revisit that conversation today and give them an offer in regards to what they owed on the property in regards to taxes, to see if they would be open to that. But that's a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm fairly new to the wholesaling aspect of the business. But like I said, I did do quite a few of cold calls through Deal Machine. And like I said, it was a bit taxing in regards to my time, because it was like sometimes I was spending 4 hours a day calling hundreds of people, and sometimes you would spend 20 or 30 minutes on a call getting all the specifics and then doing all the comps, creating a spreadsheet. So it is quite time consuming going at that route. And what I've come to realize with iSpeed2Lead is, like, you've got the lead, you've got the information, it's just a matter of calling the seller and working out the specifics. So I've only been, like I said, probably a part of this community for 5 days, and personally I love it, the convenience of having the lead and going right directly to the seller. And like I said, in the past, it's like you got 15 numbers to call. 90% of the time, the number is discontinued or it's not active. So I've had great success just kind of going through the leads and kind of picking them. And that's really a little bit about me.
Well, welcome.
Thanks.
And again, Samson is sitting in Canada. He had experience cold calling, by the way. That's the only thing I'm gonna. Did you had any the sales experience prior to like real estate, like, or something like that?
Yeah, so right now, I'm employed through a supply chain. So I do have experience selling in regards to, what we deal with in my supply. So I do have a full-time job, and I'm kind of doing this as a side hustle. And if, things progress, which is what my goal is, then obviously I would kind of just gravitate to doing this full time. But yes, I have plenty of experience in sales. Obviously not with real estate, just with supply chain. I do own my own property here in Canada. But yes, I do have some experience in sales.
Awesome. So that speaks to the thing, right? And this is what I talk. If you guys don't have experience in sales ever, that's the only typical reason I'm gonna say getting some Deal Machine, PropStream, those guys making some dials, getting some people to tell you F off, having this experience, getting punched in the face. Not for a long time though. I'm kind of against doing like for 6 months, seeing what can happen, because it's just time consuming, especially if you have a job. You probably could work harder at your job. Maybe you could get a raise or sell more there while you spend this time. But, this was still probably a great experience. But that's the only reason I typically define, hey, go and call, try to see what's going to happen, all the other stuff. And with iSpeed2Lead, I actually noticed you have some balance. So I imagine you got some package. I imagine, was it the Achiever deal or what was the deal?
Yeah, I think it was the Achiever deal. Yeah,
it was the Achiever deal. So you got some top-up balance. You have some bonus balance. You also got your lead pack probably. So you'll have a plenty of shots. And again, it's all about, like, from the first package, we want to get one deal. We got to get one deal. We're basically going to make probably around 10x. We're going to reinvest part of that. Hey, maybe another part you just go after and just maybe spending a little bit of time of hiring somebody who will make dials instead of you, who you can pass your experience. And you're gonna just go from there. That's our biased go-to solution for most people. We try to suggest, like, get a package, get leads, get them, get a little bit more motivated, get some conversations going, get your first deal, reinvest, scale from there. That's the whole thing. But glad to have you. And by the way, as I mentioned yesterday on one of our webinars, if you're committed with SpeedToLeaders, it's also easier for me to bring you in and tell you, hey, the guy's already committed. He bought a package. Here is another set of balance for you. Let's get some leads. Let's go live. It's a good experience for you. It's a good content for us. Let's make some dials and let's get some leads at no cost for you. So, and we appreciate you being our client. I can hear Samson, but don't hear everybody else.
You can't hear me?
Try to.
Can you hear me?
Rejoin.
I can.
Yeah,
hear
no,
you.
I can hear you.
Oh, everyone can hear me. My neighbor can hear me right now.
Awesome. But Kevin can hear us through his YouTube on a headset, I think. Kevin, can you hear us?
Yeah, moving backstage until we figure it out, I guess. Oh, did he?
Okay.
Maybe he's like trying to re-sign in.
Good evening, Mama Jean.
Mama Jean's here. Hi,
Mama Jean is always here. So, and guys, just a quick reminder, we all call on SpeedToLead leads. We have different kinds of leads for different pricing structures, from $3 all the way to a couple $100. But the main thing, all of them close. Different closing rates, different situations. Some people might be a little bit more annoyed, but you can work on all of them. And today, hey, we have a huge flows. Like it's the beginning of the year. Bunch of sellers woke up after the holidays, understood that it's time to progress. They probably got their Zillow report that market values are going down. Again, if you guys didn't know, this is where the great opportunity. Hey, market is a little bit tougher, but this is probably your only time. Like this is only time for a lot of you who are especially gonna just maybe quit in a couple of months. So this is your best shot right now. You can actually go and tell sellers that, hey, the market went down as much as like 10% in different regions, but it went down everywhere last year. Do you really want to gamble with your property to see if you can get more? I mean, hey, if you're planning to wait for another 10 years, it's fine. In 10 years period, things gonna go up, but can you hold for another 10 years, Mr. Seller? Oh, probably not. Okay, so let's get the deal going. Kevin, can you hear us?
Hey, yes, can you guys hear me?
Kevin can hear us, and Kevin is our other contestant.
Sorry, having technical difficulties.
How is it going? Welcome back. Thank you for joining. Can you tell us a couple of words about yourself? And
yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. I wish my background and everything behind me was as cool as Ashley's, but hopefully I can get there soon. Right? But right now I've just got one of my kids' paintings. But my name's Kevin. I will call it an amateur wholesaler in North Carolina. I am just now starting to kind of do some stuff on my own. I did some dispo work for probably, I don't know, a year and a half now with a couple of different teams. Still doing that, still doing some dispo stuff, but my my background has really been in the creative space, doing a lot of sub-2 stuff, selling sub-2 deals to sub-2 buyers, creative finance, Morby methods, all the creative space, and done some dispo cash deals as well, but I haven't done near as much in acquisitions. And I'm normally not a nervous guy, but man, putting me on camera, the nerves suddenly just like go through the roof. But
and let me right away give you some pump. You guys, just want you to think about this. We have a guy here who worked in this position for multiple teams for a year and a half. Kevin, do you understand that 99% of people watching us never had this experience?
Yeah, sure.
So this is just right away, like on this side. And by the way, one of the better coachings, by the way, we had actually, by the way, if you haven't watched Samson, we have the testimonial with Ryan Bignon. He's from actually Vancouver, Canada. He was closing deals in Dallas. He mentioned the best coaching I got from actually GV for Dispo. Because the guys on Dispo side, they gave me always the feedback, okay, this deal sucked. This is how you need to restructure. This is how you need to do things. And he said, hey, that was my best coaching that I ever got. So I just didn't follow theory, didn't follow things. I was working with a disposition person who was giving me feedback. and that's how I learned, and that's how I close more deals. And again, but Kevin, like, so where did you dispo typically? Which areas did you cover, or do you still cover?
Well, we do nationwide, but the truth is that's primarily has been Texas, Florida, and the Carolinas. I mean, we do stuff in other markets too. Don't get me wrong. I've got a deal in Indianapolis right now. We're trying to move. I've got one in Ohio, a few other places, but by far and away, it's been Texas, really, and Florida and Carolinas.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited to be here, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And again, we were just waiting a little bit of time to give you the link, to give you guys opportunity to get leads.
Yurii, can I post my Skool link?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Guys, here's my Skool link if you're not part of SpeedToLeaders yet. Amazing, amazing community. Lots and lots of value. So if you have a problem with too much value, then you will not like the Skool community. Hey, Tim, my name's Ashley. I'm actually calling about your property on Eldon Drive. I just got a notification you were interested in selling that. Is that accurate information? Is that accurate information that you're interested in selling?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So I got it up right now. Looks like a nice property. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Okay. It's got 3 bedrooms. Two regular ones, and then it's got like a big, Little League house that's one room pretty much upstairs, and it's got a bathroom upstairs and then a full bathroom downstairs.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's in pretty good condition.
Sure.
All right. So was this a rental property, or did you at one time live in it?
Yeah, it was a temporary rental situation, just temporary, and then we put new cabinets in, whatever, in the kitchen, and we're just working on it slowly.
Is that one of those burners that you can cook on, like the granite? That's on the counter. On your counter, like, is that one of those types of burners that you cook on, like the granite? Have you seen those?
Yeah, no, this doesn't have any. It doesn't have any appliances.
Okay.
Dishwasher.
Gotcha. Okay, so I must be looking at. Hold on, let me just verify this address with you real quick. To buy some properties, that's what I do. So awesome. Let me just pull that up real quick now that we're going to be both on the same page. So what were you getting for rent over there?
The guy, I mean, it really wasn't, it was a friend. I mean, I was, getting very little. I mean, I wasn't trying to rent it out, whatever. I was doing a buddy a favor.
Gotcha. Okay. So you just recently purchased this not too long ago, like 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Oh, a year ago. Okay, so it's 2019 over here, but and I know this is yours because I see your name. So that's super weird, but that's okay. So you purchased it a year ago. You still got a loan on it, it looks like. Is that accurate?
No.
Okay, so I don't have correct information over here. Maybe it's on one of your other properties or something. Okay, perfect. So it's a completely paid off property. All right, let's talk numbers. What are you looking to get for it?
I mean, it's going to be 190-ish.
190-ish. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you think about listing it possibly, or are you just trying to sell it to investors first, or?
I'm not trying, I'm probably just going to put it up for sale, by owner in 2 months or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be your best bet, only because 190 is right at market retail. And me as a wholesaler, my offer is going to be in the low ones, and that's not going to make any sense to you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, unless you wanted to do something creative, I'd be open to something like that. Would you say that rental rates in that area are between like 1,500 and 1,900? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it should be about $1,500.
Okay. So, I mean, if you'd be open to doing a seller finance or something like that, I'd be more than happy to.
I'm not open to do none of that.
No problem. Yeah, I didn't want to waste your time. So, I mean, do you have any other properties you're open to selling at more of like an investor rate, or get creative with?
I don't have anything else.
Not a problem. Well, Tim, it was awesome talking to you. I wish you the best of luck. If this is my number, I do know some of the best agents in the area. So if you need a good listing agent, please reach out and I can help you with that.
I know a whole bunch of listing
Perfect.
agents. I know a whole bunch of agents. I mean, it's
Okay.
So
No worries.
I don't have any issue with that. So awesome.
Well, looks like you don't need me then. Well,
Okay.
take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Awesome.
Thanks.
You.
Bye.
All right, cool. Bye-bye.
Okay. So I'm going to move that in maybe to a cold follow-up box, you guys. There was nothing there.
What was his name?
Timothy Overberger. It was the last one I bought, I believe. I mean, you would think with no appliances in there and everything, and
Yeah, why would you get
willing
the
to
lead?
go for a discount? He's like going top dollar though, so if he lists that for sale by owner, you guys, it's going to sit on market for quite a while. I mean, he's probably better off getting a listing agent to get it out to more eyes. But again, these are the type of sellers that need to, experience that for themselves, and then their motivation will increase.
Why you didn't tell him that?
Huh?
Why didn't tell him that?
Because I'm putting him in a cold follow-up. I'm going to give him a call back and ask him how it was doing. I'd rather him list it because I know it's not going to sell, and then I can call him and get a discount.
Let's imagine you in his position. Would you want somebody to tell you that? Or you prefer somebody to say like, yeah.
So I'm looking to get a discount or do creative. So if I can have him, experience the hardship of listing and doing that himself, he's going to be more apt to work with me when I call him back. You know what I mean? He's set on that number.
I would still tell him. I think it's a weak approach. I'll definitely tell him like about, hey,
well, I recommended him to list it. That's what I said. I go, why aren't you listing?
Well, but you know that he's not gonna get the money he's gonna get. Why not educate him on that?
He may get that on open market. That's why I suggested him going with an agent, but he wants to list it himself. That's why I was pursuing, like saying, hey, I know some good listing agents, yada, yada, yada. But no, I see what you're saying. Maybe explaining it to him a little bit better, maybe would have, but you can tell he was very firm. And I didn't want to waste any more time on him, honestly. I may just have one of my VA or, Alex, who's my daughter, make calls and follow up with him. And that's what I'll do.
Right. Alex is definitely gonna convince him to sell to her. I'm gonna tell you that. So especially, but here's the thing. So I'm still like leaning towards, so anybody is watching. And again, I know everybody has the titanium script. So this is where I'll start getting a little bit more aggressive on everybody, because everybody can go and call. How much do you want to get for a property? Tell me what's about it. Did you think about listing? Okay, but you didn't want to take my lowball offer. There is no real reason for him to even consider going lower or reducing, and we're not even trying to do this. And most of people who are watching, you guys don't do this. I mean, most of you even don't follow the original formula. Okay, it's fine. But again, unless we start making some statements to sellers and making them question, because you'll be the only person who's gonna educate him and tell him, hey, it's not gonna happen most likely from what I see. Again, you feel free to list. I think like you sound firm, it's fine, but I'm gonna call you back in 2 months. And again, I hope we're gonna do some business. But I at least position myself as the expert to him and the guy who was the only one who told me, hey, I'm gonna call him back and I'm gonna tell him, hey, you see, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what? You're right.
Haven't said that. By the way, why are you considering to sell now? Oh, it's vacant. I might talk a little bit more about this. And
honestly,
again,
wait. You're right. You're going down the right path. And another thing, let me just add on to what Yuri's saying. I could have also brought up the fact that, hey, you bought it a year ago. What have you done for updates to value an extra $100,000? Right? Because he bought it for $90K. And this just hit me while you were talking, Yuri. And that's where I should have said, listen, like, you bought this a year ago and you're charging an extra $100,000 now. What is the reason for that? Did you do some crazy updates? Did you add granite countertops? What did you do to make that extra $100,000 worth in the property? Like, what did you do? Because some buyer that comes along and sees that there's no updates from you buying at 90, they are gonna question why you're selling a year later with no updates and charging an extra $100,000. That would have been another great key point, and that's what I was just thinking in my head.
Sure. And again, I'm not saying we want to spend like 30-40 minutes on a call or something on the deal where there's nothing to really do. But again, if we have something we can, a little bit attack, a little bit plant the seed from our side, and he's gonna remember a little bit, we can stand out amongst everybody else. Just imagine like there's like 3 other people with the same script calling. You better rather somehow, some way stand out to the person so he just remember calling you when you're gonna call him back. So that's
keep dialing, guys. When you guys get a conversation,
I'm kind of winning time for somebody just to dial.
Shut up. So once it doesn't matter if anyone's talking, you dial. Hey, Jeremy. My name is Ashley. I was actually giving you a quick call because I saw that you were interested in selling your property. And I was actually just calling to see if that might still be accurate information. The one on Fuller Road. Perfect. Okay. I am looking to get a property over there. So if you want to I do see it's vacant. Can you just give me an idea of what's going on with the property currently?
So there's a house on it.
Okay.
I rebuilt, so there was a house on it when I bought it 19 years ago. I rebuilt the house, ripped half of it down, built it back from new. Just basically a brand new house. The only, my wife wanted it, we were going to keep it, and then we decided we were going to sell it. And there's title issues because it's a paper road. So we tried getting into the details of finding how to sell that. It just had some challenges due to mortgages.
Yep.
Banks won't mortgage a non-titled, a property without title insurance. So because of that, we just ended up holding on to it, and we use it once in a while, and that's it.
And you're just ready to be done with it, sounds like?
Yeah, it's just not getting used. It's just not getting used.
Okay. So is there still title issues? Is that what you're saying, or did those all get fixed up?
They will be there forever. As long as the neighbors are alive, it'll never change because they refuse to sign off.
Okay. So do you think that you're going to have a hard time doing any type of conventional selling on it, like conventional lending, a conventional closing, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, you need to sell creatively. All right.
Yeah, cash only. That's it. Cash sale only.
Okay, and you're aware how cash offers work?
Yeah, I bought it with cash.
Well, everyone buys it with cash, right? It just depends if you get a loan from the bank, that's cash, no matter what. If you're buying,
So it's a cash as is.
Cash as is.
Cash as is, and has to be sold as cash with as is.
Okay. Yeah, and so that's exactly how cash does work, right? Typically you're going to get, well, all the time, you're going to get investors calling you right now, and they're going to be giving you cash offers, and cash offers are at a discount, right? Because we can do it at speed and convenience. We raise the money, or we go through a hard money lender, so it's high interest rate. We also pay closing costs and stuff like that. So, you know, typically it's going to be at a discount. That is what a cash offer is.
No, I get that.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same spot. I just didn't want to waste your time. Because I do creative financing too. So we could get creative with it as well.
Yep.
So with that all said,
The first one they show up with a fair offer and sign the dotted line, it's theirs.
so okay. With that said, do you have a number you're looking to get?
I've had a lot of people throw at me 220. So I'm assuming that must be what people feel is what it's worth at a fair, at a discounted rate. That to me is fine. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Yeah. So again, there's a couple ways we could go about this. Would you be open to doing a seller finance by any chance? Because I could offer you more.
I hold the no.
For a certain period of time. I'm not asking for ever, obviously. But I mean, I'm kind of looking at it right now. I think it'd make a great Airbnb or a rental, a midterm rental or something like that. So that's what I would do is I buy opportunities. I buy properties that I can make money on, cash flow on. So I typically,
I'm opposed to that as long as there's a contract in place and a fair down payment, and then not holding it forever. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, great. Yeah. So what I could do, because my cash offer, I'm just going to be quite frank with you, is going to be lower than 220. So that doesn't seem like it's going to make sense because you're not going to, you know what I mean? If you've already turned down 220 or you've had people offer you 220 and you haven't accepted and went under contract, I don't think you'll accept my offer.
Well, I've accepted. The problem is every time you accept, then they go and look into the title and then they run for the hills.
Gotcha.
With the title. So I get it. I mean, to me, what are you thinking? What's your number?
So I'm going to have to look into that as well. But I mean, I definitely would be willing to do like a purchase price of $245 with an interest rate on it. And then you can actually make a little bit more than that. The longer you hold the note, the more I'm willing to go up on that interest rate. So I basically explain this to sellers. This is the best and most powerful way to explain how a seller finance works to a seller is I explain there's 4 levers to pull. Okay. So in order for this to be a win-win scenario, you get 2 levers, I get 2 levers. So if the purchase price is important to you, then that's a lever you're pulling. If down payment's important, then that's another lever you're pulling. So then the other 2 levers would be the balloon and the interest rate. So with all that said, what is the most important to you think? Would it be purchase price, down payment, interest rate?
I mean, it just depends on if I'm holding the mortgage. I mean, if you say, here, cash is in your hand, and it's mine, 100% mine, have a good day, my number is going to go down. If the liability and risk stays in my hand because I'm going to still own it, and you default, and then I got to go to fight to get it back and all that stuff, obviously then your down deposit's going to be higher. You know the game as good as I know the game. It's the risk reward.
Well, and the thing is,
if I'm taking the risk, then you get the reward. If I'm taking the risk, I get the reward.
No, and that's fabulous. And the great thing about working with me is I'm very experienced in this and I know how to structure a deal. So I put a lot of protection in place for both you and I. So I do always set up my contracts that if there was a payment missed past 45 days, you can easy go down to, you know, the Holland clerk's office and just say, look, I have this deal with Ashley. She's on day 45 and has not made a, or 46, whatever, even just a day. If I'm a day past that time, you can say, we had this deal. Look, it's been consistent all this time. She's missed a payment. I want the house back. Then they quit claim deed the property back to you. It is that simple. The way I structure it, so you don't have to go through the foreclosure process, because that can absolutely get messy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then yeah, and then the biggest thing is the down deposit's got to be adequate enough that if somebody goes in there, trashes it on you, and you say, shit, it's not worth fixing, here, you guys can have it back, it's got to pay for all that, you know, it's got to
absolutely. There'll always be insurance on the property. I don't mind doing a down payment. It just depends on the significance of the down payment you want. Typically, I like to stay around 10%. So if we're doing a purchase price of, let's say, $245, you know, that's going to be about $25,000 deposit. If that's not enough for you, I can put more, but I just need the terms to carry it, which means I want a good interest rate and I need you to hold it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. What do you, 10 years? How many years are you trying to?
I mean, 10 years would be great. And then what we could do is, do you want more than 10% down, or is 10% okay right now?
Is it, if it's 10% over 5, great. If it's going to be 10, then probably more like 20% over 10. It's just, I don't know.
So why don't I do this for you? I got an idea. I think this is the best way to do it.
Show me what you're thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just pull up, give me a second. Let me pull up my seller finance calculator and we'll go off that, because once I can have hard numbers in front of me, I think it's easier.
You have a place that you have to be at to make it worth it to you.
Exactly. And you do too. Yes.
I own a business. I totally get it.
So
to me, tell me what you're at. Tell me where that number is, and if that makes sense, I probably don't see any problem with that at all.
Yeah, and you know, and again, obviously, I got to look into this whole title situation too. But I mean, it could be doable with something creative. Let's see.
So we started turning it into an Airbnb because that's what we were going to do with it.
Yep.
We had a guy come out, looked at it. He showed me all the numbers, showed me what your profits are. So he gave me the whole layout and said, here you go. Turn it into an Airbnb. This is what you can do. Which is actually pretty lucrative. So I already know what those numbers are.
Yep.
And I knew what the payoff over the time was and all that. So we started to turn it into an Airbnb. It's got a couple brand new couches in it. It's got some brand new beds in it. It's got a brand new fridge. So we've already started setting it up as an Airbnb.
Okay. So
we would just
go ahead.
Hand it over to you in that condition.
Okay.
And then it would save you some cost on starting to furnish it.
So the way I have it set up right now, so I have it set up, and you can tell me what needs to be fixed and if this works for you or not. So I put a purchase price of $245. I put a down payment of $25,000. I put an interest rate 2.4, amortized for 30 years. You're going to get almost $900 a month mailbox money from me, whether it's rented or not. I can't call you and be like, oh, Jeremy, it's not rented this month. I'm sorry, I can't pay you. You're going to be like, I don't care, right? Like, you get the money no matter what. And if you hold it for 10 years, you end up making over $290,000 on it. So it could be a pretty decent investment, you know?
So how long would your loan be over? How many years? So
I put it the balloon for 10 years. So I would owe you I would owe you $163,390.23 in 10 years. on year 10. That's when my balloon payment is going to be due. So, I mean, if that's something you're interested in, I would love to send you over a contract. I think these numbers would work. Again, I got to do my due diligence. So I do put a due diligence period where I can look into that title, make sure my numbers are accurate. I would get over there, walk the property, make sure that it's great. And then I would be happy to go forward with you.
Yep, I can do that. And within 10 years, the neighbors will be dead, so you'll be good.
Perfect. That sounds great. Well, what I'll do is I will get a contract all typed up and sent over to you. Do you want me to, is your wife on the deed as well?
No.
So it's just you.
Yep.
Perfect. So then I just need a signature from you. So I'll just email it to you. Do you want to share your email? For our protection, because we send a contract and then somebody doesn't sign it. You know, we're trying to buy multiple properties, so we like to know what we're buying. So usually we put 72 hours on it, and if it's not signed, then it does cancel automatically, and then I'd have to reevaluate the situation, and my offer may not be the same. Typically it's lower than what I just gave you.
Yeah. You have to do what is it? Your attorney gets a 3-day review period. So that would be the 72 hours, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So do you want me to just email it over to him? Would that be better?
That's fine. So that's New York State law. Yeah. So as long as you follow the New York State law, they will have it reviewed within those 72 hours. Perfect.
Well, I look forward to working with you. I think it's a beautiful place. I think this would definitely be a win-win scenario for both of us. And I would love to go forward. All right, Jeremy, thank you. You have a good day. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right, thanks. Bye. Let's go. You guys, this house is really beautiful, and I'd be willing to show you guys once I get it locked up. But it says rents, like that could rent monthly for $2,500, and I have it set up where I'd owe him $850 a month.
Wow.
So I already know there's cash flow, like without even
Nice.
underwriting it. So what I have to do is I'm going to actually do a deeper dive and underwrite it, but I'm just going to get it locked up. It sounds like he's getting a lot of calls. So I'm just going to get it locked up, and I'll do, you know, a 14-day due diligence. I do 14 business days, and we'll go from there. So if you guys are making dials, let's make some dials. The people watching want to hear phone calls. I need, is Yurii, are you listening? Yurii. Let me call Ari and see if he can jump on, because I have to run my daughter to work.
Oh,
But I won't be gone long. I'm just going to be on like 10, 15 minutes tops.
no worries. Gonna get another coach. Cool down. But guys, that's your time to shine. So finally, Ashley will shut up. And
Hey,
guys can
are
make
you
some
able? Thanks.
See here, I think I found a lead. I'll call.
Let's go. Dial any.
509-309-9511.
Mr. Don Smith, you want to join us?
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, that didn't work. Let's try another one. Or it's just the one number. Okay. Let me try it again.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, this message is for John. Hey, John, my name's Samson. I'm reaching out to you in regards to your property on Kirtland Avenue. If you're still interested in selling, could you contact me back? Again, my name's Samson. My phone number is 647-881-8835. Look forward to hearing from you. And I typically send him a text as well, just in case.
Yeah, go ahead. Follow your process. No problem.
Hey, John.
So that's why we get more people, so everybody can dial and do some stuff. And Don, I just sent you the link to email.
All right, let's see what we can do.
All right, perfect. I will let the Accelerator students know you'll be right here.
Okay.
All right.
Are you on or are you headed out and then I'll come on in?
Yuri's covering for me and covering for you until I get back or whatever. So he's on. Just get here as soon as you can. All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Bye. All right. Ari's on his way.
Don, I sent you the email.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 15 minutes tops.
Okay, we'll try not to close all the deals in New England area.
Oh,
So
I'll
while
be
you're
closing
out.
deals on my drive to my daughter's work.
Okay.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Mr. Ed Walker in the building. Ed, want to tell a
Yes,
couple
sir.
words about yourself?
Say again?
Want to tell us a couple of words about yourself, about your journey
Yes,
in real
sir.
estate?
Real quick, my name is Edward Walker. I'm out of Chesapeake, Virginia. I've been in real estate ever since 2009, when I bought my first property. Really didn't know what I was doing, but I had to bought the first one. Became an agent in 2016. I am a licensed agent in the state of Virginia and North Carolina, and I've been with SpeedToLeaders ever since last February, and it's been pretty good. And just look to double up what I did last year. Did 2 deals last year, 3 deals last year, and now I want to do 3 deals a month. So that's what we're here to do. Start off the year good.
What was your best deal close so far with us?
Dollar amount or time frame? What do you mean?
I would say probably dollar amount. This is what it's all about, right?
The highest one I had so far was 21.
Okay, good for you. So,
and that was like the beginning of December when that one finally closed.
Awesome. So, Rachel, we all know you. It's not the first time, but want to tell us a couple words? Anything changed since your last joining? Any new skills, new experiences you got? How's it going?
Me personally, not that much. I'm just here to try to get calls in, get the advice that I need. Otherwise, I'm just running my daughter around everywhere, and she's 2, so she's already the boss in this house. But yeah, I'm also a Virginia agent, just trying to figure out what works.
Awesome. Yeah, agents, guys. Hey, whoever is watching us, agents, I think agents have a huge advantage because you guys can do both things. You can also refer in other markets. You can do a bunch of things to monetize every lead. And again, you can really present yourself as with the genuine interest of helping the seller. Like, hey, I can give you the most of money because I can list your stuff. We can find a way to do cash offer. I also do creative. Or I'm part of investing community where people do a lot of creative deals, and other things. So do you mind me asking about, how much do you want to get for property and the motivation and other things? And after that, we're going to just, go from there. But everywhere, again, I would definitely create some credibility about myself as an agent because, hey, I'm better than anybody else. So I'll definitely want to make this point to the guy as well and just to find a way to close every deal. And we got Samson back, and we also got Mr. Don, Mr. Santa Claus Smith joining us as well. And if you guys are not familiar, Don was the guy who actually managed to close the deal on the Christmas day. So
Nice.
he was like a freaking Santa, calling sellers with some gifts as a cash offer and getting some deals done. Don, how's it going?
Going good, man. Going good. And I'm glad that I took advantage of those end of the year, some of those end of the year packages, because I got some of those lead packs that came along with it, and I got like 3 novations out of them as well.
Let's go. And you got the bonds, pick some leads. Let's make some dials.
Let's do it.
We got a big squad right now.
Okay. Let's do it.
Kevin, you're dialing. Don't be shy. Just unmute yourself.
Okay.
Show us how these poor guys are doing this.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Yeah.
Hold on. What just happened? Okay.
It's better. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah, who's this?
My name's Rachel with Hearth and Home Investments. How are you today?
Terrible. What do you want?
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm just inquiring to see if you're still interested in selling your property at Harleyford, but I don't want to waste much of your time. So if you've got a number that you've already been thinking of, I'd love to hear it and the condition of your property, if you could share.
Make me an offer.
So I don't know anything about the property aside from the fact that it's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,333 square feet, single family home. Do you? Oh, it's a 2-story home?
2.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So is it still a 2-bed or 2-bath, or did you expand it at all?
Is it what?
Is it still 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom, or did you expand the property?
Wait a minute. What address are you talking about?
2429 Harley Ford Place.
Hello?
Oh.
Hey, Jeffrey.
I was thinking of a different property. Harleyford. I don't remember.
No worries.
Don't take up too much of your time. Hey, I am just reaching out to you about your property, 3418 Bloomington Avenue. Trying to see if you were still open to selling that.
Yeah, you come by and look at it.
Well, I am calling. I'm actually out of town. I reach out to a lot of sellers that outside of my area that we can get you connected and seeing what we can do for you, just as well as I could if I was local.
Oh, well, go ahead and have them call me.
Well, let me ask you this, Jeffrey. What would be a good number for you to feel comfortable with selling the property? Maybe we can still help you out.
A whole number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what I'd like, a whole number. I don't. I mean, I have so many people calling about this.
Okay.
And they never follow up. So.
No, what do you mean they never follow up? Never get with you a contract, or what do you mean not follow up?
They try to hustle me for a bunch of information, and then they don't call back to say what they did with it.
Oh, well, hey, look, hey, Jeffrey, I'm not going to try to hustle you or string this along or waste any of your time.
Okay, so you're not interested in selling.
I said I might be if you make me a good offer.
Okay, could you just tell me really quickly how much updates you've done to the property at all, if any?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, hey, we're just willing to move forward. If the numbers don't work, I just let you know that maybe another investor or possibly you might have to put it on the market. But if we can move forward right now, I believe we can do it.
Well, no, I don't think so.
No, what, you change your mind about selling it?
No, I'm going to sell it, but as I say, I get a lot of cold calls, and you're probably just like all the rest of them, and I'm going to call back. So.
Oh no, well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna call you back because if we can agree on terms, like right now, I'm gonna be back on the phone again tomorrow and the next day until we get you to closing and get you a check in your hand. That's all I'm about. So what do you say, Jeffrey? So what would you say is a good number that we could start at to get it going for you?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've done this too many times.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Jeffrey. What sparks the need for you to sell right now? Let's start there.
Well, I don't live there anymore.
Okay. All right. So the property is vacant.
Right now, yes.
You had it as a rental property?
No, I live there.
Oh, okay. You just moved. All right.
Remember, I'm 93 and I don't remember much anymore.
No worries. I'm in my late 30s and I can barely remember anything, but I think that's because my daughter took half my intelligence, and she's only 2. So, okay, how about this, ma'am? Would you be able to talk to me again maybe tomorrow or Thursday around this same time? You can get all of your information together. That way I can give you a better offer once I kind of know what the actual condition of the properties are.
Okay, let me go write it down. Otherwise, I won't remember anything.
Sounds good. Take your time.
I'm going to send you a text or email with information, all that type of stuff. So.
Okay.
We have Ari joining. Ed, wanna get some? This is where, guys, I talk about this being on offense mode and kind of, hey, if you like credibility, I want to make some statements about myself. Hey, I'm since 2008 doing these things. I'm in real estate in 2008. I'm actually based out of Virginia, closing deals on all these East Coast, have the network of agents, and this is our process. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and then I'm going to give you the offer. And if we both agree on the number, we're going to just move forward, and we're going to find the best way for you to move forward. How does that sound? Sounds great. I'm in control. I'm in charge. I'm building credibility. And again, Ed, you told us by yourself. You in this in 2008. It's more experience than all of us combined. Ari is still dancing in the same time, and all the other.
I was in diapers.
So, right. So it's not like you are in a better position. Like you are the boss. And again, this is what I want everybody who is watching, guys, even Kevin said, oh, I'm kind of amateur. No, you guys, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of credibility. You can make those things happen. But you gotta tell it to people. I know it will get boring, like, because you gotta make hundreds of calls and you think like, gosh, I really need to build credibility with freaking everybody. Yes, you do, if you want to give them some confidence that you can actually do those things, especially if they question this, like, oh, like, bunch of people call me and this, you know what they called you? Was there like some foreign people who called you? Like, oh, those are VAs. I mean, I have like maybe 10 of those under me working. They qualify, they look for things. I'm the final guy, like final boss of the game. So I'm here to give you the offer and to lock the deal and to make things happen. How does that sound? Sounds good. Oh, I moved there. Where did you move? But I want to be, and again, I kind of mentioned on this. I just want to tell it to everybody, right? Whoever is watching. In your life, there is only two mental states. Any situation, we either fight or flight. So if we get like uncomfortable or nervous, this is a flight situation. So we got to be like overriding, okay, let's go on offense. Awesome. He's questioning credibility. Let me tell how cool I am. And I'm going to say it, I'm a foreigner. English is my second language, so I'm actually in Ukraine right now. But I know that the United States of America is probably the only place where people really value confidence. I mean, most other countries, I'm going to tell you, even in Ukraine, if you're very confident, people think that you're like arrogant or something. So in United States of America, mostly confidence can get you to a lot of places, not even just in real estate, but at any point of business, attitude, like how you run things operationally, how you manage people, how you do all those cool things.
Yurii,
Rachel muted herself, so I don't know if she can unmute herself. We're gonna listen. So
let me add one thing while
Sure.
Rachel's unmuting herself. You're absolutely right about confidence.
Good.
Someone's getting a call. If you yourself don't have the confidence to do it, borrow confidence. I work with people that do this all the time. Like if this is your first call or this is your first day doing real estate, don't pretend like, yeah, I've been doing this for years, because people will call you out. They'll say, oh, okay, so do you know blah, blah, blah. And the more, like, if you start getting in this like white lie, oh, it's not that bad, all of a sudden they will call you out like that. Okay. So have confidence, but in your lane, right? And you can borrow other people's confidence. If you don't know the answer to something, it's way better to say, you know, that's a great question, Yurii. My business partner, he deals with this kind of stuff better than I do. Let me ask him. Okay. That's your confidence. That can be your credibility. But if you start saying, yeah, I know that title will close, it's no problem at all. And then you have to come back and say, oh, title found this, this, and that. And he's like, yeah, I told you it was going to be like this. And you said that was no problem. Now you've just dug your own grave. Okay.
So, and having said that, by the way, also let me give you like, I'll do a little bit. You shouldn't lie, but you should use the experience of your network. So if you're part of like Titanium University or Sub 2 community, and again, that's why actually we have community. Yeah, right now we have SpeedToLeaders community, 1,500 people. So you have a bunch of other people. You should present that you are part of the large network of investors who close a bunch of deals. So you should position it from that angle. And again, I just want to give another thing. I see that most of you, and again, just based on we have here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we have more people right now, which is good. But again, it's not like we have 1,500 people like, hey, I want to be on live making dials. So it tells me that most of you still lack some confidence. So and again, I'm gonna tell it probably, and that's, I heard Caesar, by the way, saying this too. You just dial, you make some mistakes. It's better to make some mistakes rather than to be like too shy, not confident or something like that. Again, you should know what you do. You shouldn't just, I'm confident Rambo just shooting and doing different stuff. You should know why you do certain things, and you should execute based on that. Again, that's why I gotta have a script. But again, from two things, like should it be like overconfident, underconfident? It's better to be overconfident. And again, if you feel like you're getting a little bit over the edge, you can always use phrases. Hey, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but let me tell you a bunch of things like a jerk. Like, and you can always push back. Like, hey, can I be direct with you? Get a permission. I mean, I think doing this is dumb. And here is why. Based on this
Seaman Drive, 3520 Seaman Drive. Okay, so tell me a little bit what you got going on. what's going on with the property, and what's how much are you looking to get for it? 230. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask like a maniac. 3520 Seaman. You said 230.
Kevin, give us the speaker. We can hear seller.
So tell me what's going on with the property. Tell me what's the condition situation.
Well, just.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think he
You
muted
took the
us,
wall
but
out.
let's try to tune in.
Okay. Gotcha.
And by the way, guys, if you didn't know, Kevin worked in this position for
So you've already added the second bathroom?
year and a half now.
You framed it. Okay.
So he's a dispo guy,
Okay.
like actual working in dispo side.
Okay. No, when you say extension on the back, tell me what you mean by that. Is it like an extra porch type thing? Okay. Got it. So how long have you had this house? I'm guessing you were renting it before. Are you in Charlotte? You work and live in Charlotte? Okay, cool. Seaman Drive. Where is Seaman Drive? I'm trying to pull this up.
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. If you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Oh, it's off Clinton. All right, I got you. Yep, I know what you're talking about. 160. So it's off of West Boulevard. Or it's near. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I know where this is. So you wanted it a year. Flip. Sorry, I'm just trying to take my notes. Give me 1 second. Are you getting a lot of calls, I'm guessing, from investors, people beating the doors down? Yeah, I can imagine. So you got any offers yet?
Yeah, I like that one.
Say, why didn't you take that? That's more than you were asking, right? I said, why didn't you take that one? It was more than you're asking already. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, Mark, this is.
Looks like there's a lot of flips happening in that area, in that neighborhood.
Give me a call.
I guess
757.
I'm actually about an hour away from Charlotte. I'm up in towards Hickory, but I work in Charlotte. I'm in my day job, if you will. So I'm there 3 or 4 days a week. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see a lot of people moving that way. You get a South End just keeps sprawling and sprawling down that way. So tell me this, what do you think, in your mind, what do you think expense-wise it's going to take to get the house finished? And I know that varies, with finishes and selections and all those things. But, I mean, just rough idea, if you were budgeting to fix it up, what do you think it's going to take to finish it at this point? You're good, man. Does that include in the roof too? Oh, okay, cool. You doing an insurance claim? Sounds like. All right. Let's see. So what do you? It looks like. I mean, on the market, I'm just trying to look through to see what's active right now, and it looks like we've got an active about a third of a mile away that's on for 330 right now. Rollingwood Drive. You know where that's at? Yeah, looks like it's right around the around the block. So that one's 330. I'm just trying to get an idea of what it's going to go for when they get it completely remodeled.
6 months out, market holds, probably gets better. I think it's 330 to 350.
And everybody else can dial. We're gonna just mute all the time.
Retail numbers are 80K.
Are you the
Repairs
same?
we're at 310 to get it fixed, roughly speaking. Right. And then we're looking at 315 to 330 to sell it. Yeah, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. Do you have it free and clear? I'm assuming no mortgage, nothing like that. Okay. I mean, there's always an option, I guess, to do a novation, but I don't know that that's going to get us necessarily much better than what we already are, right? Are you familiar with those? A novation? It basically means that it gives us the right to market it on, put it on the market.
1004 3rd Avenue.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do the repairs basically later.
Did you have an offer for it?
So I do see that it's kind of in the corner of the properties. Condition is kind of like, I know that it's right next to an interstate divider, I would call it. So I was wondering if the inside was good. I'm assuming that the sound might be a little bit different.
It's an Airbnb.
Okay.
It's got, last person that was there was for their 4 months and gave it a 5-star review. I'm a super host on Airbnb, so this is a great property for Airbnb. We have had traveling nurses stay there for a year at a time, and it is in the 4th and Gill neighborhood, so it's a professional type neighborhood, and it's real close to downtown and close to hospitals and schools and all that. So it's a good location.
Okay. So if it's a good location, you're doing really well with Airbnb. What brings you to selling it?
We've been managing rental property since the early 80s, and we're both retired. So our retirement plan all along has been to sell one property a year. So this one's just next on the list.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. I definitely need to learn from you, as that is the ideal for myself and my husband. So looking at the property and assuming that the condition is really well, am I able to find the property on Airbnb?
Can you find the property on Airbnb?
Yes. I'm just wondering so that I can take a look at the inside pictures if they're up to date.
They are up to date, and I can give you the name of the property is listed as a neat 1-bedroom tiny home with free parking on site, and I have it blocked off because we've been on vacation, so I'm the one that gets it ready for going again. So I've got it available at starting again on the 25th. We do it no less than 30 days a month.
Okay.
And so anyway.
Oh, very smart.
So yeah.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Could you tell me that name once more? A neat tiny home?
Neat tiny home. Let me get back here. Neat 1-bedroom tiny home with free parking on site.
So you've sold properties in the past. Do you have an idea of how much you want to sell this property for?
The asking price is $175,000. We've been offered $145,000, but that was not enough for the property.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It is very well kept. Did you add in that fence recently?
Pardon me?
And put it on the market as is, and the first $225,000 that I get, they get the property, and I'm done.
All right, so let me ask you this, Doug. How much you would say we would have to put into it if we purchased it at $225,000 from you?
By my guesstimations, I don't think you would have to put in any more than $15,000 to $20,000.
Does that include flooring?
Yes.
All right.
But that, like I said, that's just my guesstimation.
Okay.
I've been, doing little things over the years, from the time we bought the house, and the last thing that I wanted to
What happened?
Let me change. This thing's not working.
Who's on a call right now?
At the end of the Caswell Street. But anyway, it's a quiet neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. I really love that neighborhood aspect. Could you tell me a little bit about, so I know, I'm so sorry, my daughter's in the background. I hope you can't hear her. Rebecca, shh. Could you tell me a little bit about the condition of the roof, the water heater, and the HVAC?
The HVAC was installed June of 2025. I just took a look at the roof last night, and it looks good to me. No leaks or anything.
Okay.
The building is a block construction, so it's low maintenance. It has sheetrock walls inside.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's easy to take care of.
Yeah, I know what you wanted, so what do you call
Okay. HVAC 2025. How is the water heater?
The water heater, you know how old the water heater is? It's less than 5 years old.
Okay, awesome. And then my last question is sorry, my daughter is super distracting and she's taken half my intelligence. May I have your email address?
Yeah, I was calling
Also,
about the
you're
property on
about to
71st.
list it.
Yes. Yeah, I was possibly interested in purchasing that from you. How much did you like for it?
If things fall through with him, I mean, please reach out. Like I said, we essentially purchase properties for cash in as-is condition. So
Guys, we all have to remember here, one
2,500
unit at a
earnest
time.
money, 15 days inspections, and the 170 is not negotiable.
Were you a realtor in the past?
I have been. It's been about 10 or 12 years since, but I've also had about 20 offers from about 20 investors.
175. Okay.
Okay. I got it. How do you know I could tell you were a realtor?
Because I knew all of that.
Exactly right. Okay. Well, I'm interested.
I'm not sure why.
Can you tell me? Sorry about that. My
mute it.
Alarm going off there. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about what you got going on with the property?
There's not anything really wrong that I'm aware of. It's my son that has just passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what happens is, so I am either going to
2-car garage, right at 1,500 square feet. I'm sure you already know all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It probably, if I end up with it, which I don't want to, because there's three heirs to the property. That's all in a Harvey trust, and I don't want them to think that I'm doing anything wrong, cheating them or anything. So I'm not hoping I'm not going to end up being the buyer on it. I don't want you, but well, I don't know what I was going to say now. Oh, the condition. It's definitely been lived in.
Mm-hmm.
It has the normal wear and tear, but it's also has very, very.
If I'm not approved for the loan, I will let you know, and then we can either move forward with me wholesaling the property where you still get the $175,000, or we can just terminate the contract. Does that sound good?
I'm not prepared to do any kind of contract until somebody is there to give me $175,000.
Okay, so you want the $175,000 up front?
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot do that because I don't have $175,000 in cash up front, which is unfortunate because it does seem like this property is really great. But if that is what you're looking for right now, I'm so sorry to have wasted your time.
Well, I understand it. We're somewhat negotiable on the $175,000, but like I said, we have turned down $145,000. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I completely understand. Yeah, if you were willing to let me, so I can't apply for a loan unless I have a contract.
It's just my company.
But that's just
Front Door
how
Dispo. This is my personal company.
loans go for the DSCR, which is the debt to
Because I have some
service
teammates who
ratio
have making
for.
calls for me on properties when we're trying to acquire some stuff. So yeah, I got your information about your house there on Manton Street. So give me, give me some information. What's going on with the situation?
So unfortunately, I can't really talk right now. I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you back a little later?
Yep. Do you have my number?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
This is Kevin. Thanks.
All right. No problem.
Hey, Yurii, I want to talk to Rachel. And
Where that we don't have any kind of anything dragging out. If you could close in January, we would be happy to have it closed in January.
Okay. $60, and this is us 100% just cash, no waiting for loans or anything, just cash in your pocket, title exchanged, and no concerns to you, and no waiting period either, because I would be doing this all in the background.
Right. When you're ready to make a cash offer, just call me back and I'll have to get my husband's okay.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. And by the way, you have a beautiful name. It's my daughter's name as well. So have a beautiful day.
Alrighty, thank you.
And hope to speak with you soon. Bye.
Rachel, how did you feel
One of my
that call
colleagues
went?
recently about your property on Woodlawn.
What's up?
How did you feel that call went?
If I had known, like, I think it went really well. And honestly, she's not asking for a lot. Like, it is a super tiny home. It's like 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's like tucked in behind houses. Like, it's really cute, and it's pretty good for like an MTR in that area. So I mean, I myself wouldn't be against like going for it, but she doesn't even want to sign anything until there's cash. I'm like, wait.
Right.
And before,
if now's a good
just
time, I don't want to just. I know I'm
if I might quickly.
an appointment.
Before I actually give you some feedback, I want to tell you, I listened to you doing calls a couple of months ago. I listened to you doing right now. I think you do way better. I like this approach better. I know it's a little bit of different style, but I would rather you be in yourself more. You know, dollar thing, you know, trying to navigate. There are some things that you need to polish. I mean, Ashley's gonna tell you more about this, but I think you're definitely doing better than first time I've seen you. So, and this is the most important thing, guys. Nobody is perfect here. We just heard Ashley calling, which I didn't like, honestly. So, but Kevin said that Ashley still closed plenty of deals. And Ashley, how do you think?
I'm sending a contract to that last one. If you guys heard the seller finance one, we're getting that typed up. The guys
Good
wants to
freaking
go
job.
forward. So
yeah.
Yurii might not have liked it, but a contract's going out. So anyways, Rachel, so there's just a couple things on that. You did say some stuff that I wouldn't have said, and it's going to get pushback from the seller. Like, you never want to go and saying, I don't have 175,000. I know that can't really happen, right? Are you looking to buy it yourself, or are you wholesaling?
So both. With the looking to buy it for myself, it really just kind of depends because my lender will only lend for a certain price. So I have to
We don't tell the seller that. Don't tell the seller that, because they don't really care to hear that anyway. And she even says, like, no, if you don't show up with 175, I'm not selling it. If you're wholesaling it, you don't have the 175 anyways. The buyer does, right? We're signing the contract. I know Ari wanted to add a couple things. I'm going to let him jump in because I didn't mean to cut him off.
So what I was going to say was when I usually will make a joke about it, right? So if someone, like, I'll say, wait, do you mean like you want me to show up at your house with a briefcase full of cash? Because no one who buys a property, no one who's selling a property expects that they will have a wad of $100 bills show up at their door, right? We're not talking about selling like a computer or something like that. So I don't even entertain, the thought doesn't even cross my mind that they mean true cash.
Yeah.
Right. So what I would have said when she says 170 cash, you say, okay, if I can do that and close within 30 days, does that work? Right. Assuming the price is good. Yeah. And then you say, okay, awesome. Well, then I'm ready to go at 170. I'm going to send you a contract. We can do like a 2-week inspection period just to make sure all of what you say is correct. And what I'll usually say is, I'm sure you don't sound like the kind of person that would lie to me, but I've had other sellers in the past tell me that it's in great condition, and then, you know, we show up at the property or we go to close and the thing is a nightmare. So I'll use a third-party story to say, like, hey, this has happened in the past, that's why we do it. And then if she gives pushback on that, then say, I don't know how many properties you've bought or sold in the past, but even when we do cash transactions, it still has to go through title, right? So we're still doing that, but this contract, all this says is that I'm purchasing it for 170,000, assuming these things are the case. And from what you're saying, these things are going to be the case.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start giving that, like, well, I don't know if I'll be approved for blah, 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 blah. Now she gets skeeved out.
Yeah.
Right? So Yurii was saying confidence before. That's that level of confidence. Like, yeah, I'm good to go.
The big thing with working with investors too, right? People work with us. They might take a price reduction, but you want to highlight the greatness of working with us, right? Like we can close fast, rather than traditional lending. Traditional lending, if you're going to list it on the market, that could take 60 to 90 days. Who knows? Closing with us, we do close as early as 30 days. You want to just highlight those things in the beauty of working with you and how fast you can get it to the finish line.
Let me add one more thing. Even if you did have $170,000 sitting in your pocket ready to go right now, I doubt you would use it on one deal. You would put it into as many deals as you could possibly get into and use private money at good rates to be able to scale quicker, right?
Yeah.
That is not
absolutely.
bad. It's just bad when it's misused. So I'll always say that. Like, I don't say, hey, I don't have $170,000 to give to you. I say, yeah, we use our private money lenders so that we can continue buying properties and helping more people.
One of my favorite lines, real quick, and this will give you an idea of how much motivation is there. So, hey, Mrs. Seller, I just, is getting the highest price more important to you, or just getting this done in a timely fashion, like, quick to the finish line? It sounds like you really want to retire with your husband. You guys have been doing it since the 80s. This is something I'm looking to do with me and my husband, and I'd love to come in here and take this property over. So would that be something you'd be aimed more towards, getting it done fast? And then if she's, no, I want to get the highest price, then you can go into, well, why aren't you listing with an agent? And then you can go into all the things that why working with you is better than an agent.
Yeah. Okay. I think I get nervous when I'm on with you guys. And then on top of that, like, my child started screaming halfway through.
Yeah, that can be, no, don't get nervous for one. It takes a lot of balls to get up here. And right there, like, honestly, I admire you for that. So don't get nervous. You are making an example out of what we do every single day, and you're bringing this example to other investors. You're helping people right now.
And to make you a little bit more comfortable, so just guys, by the way, to everybody, you guys unmute yourself, but everybody's on conversation, so I'm kind of muting. So because I want to listen a couple of conversations right away. So don't just think that, okay, everybody is like staring at you right now. So there is not going on. So we just unmuted you like on some parts. We heard some things. Okay, we gave you some feedback, right? So, but again, the biggest thing you want to know, you're doing this time better than last time. And again, that's I would say the only thing from my suggestion, you might want to, and you're part of Titanium, so you saw Caesar doing this. That's why you need to have a good mix of asking like insightful questions too, so you can win yourself more time and calm yourself down. Let them talk a little bit more. Like Ashley just suggested you one of the questions, but it should be like or questions, so it makes them think. It cannot be just, hey, when the last time this was updated? 2 years ago. Done. Nothing insightful. It's not like
open-ended questions are the best.
Some flow is going like or is fine.
So we had to retour up the rafters and cut out bad sections of roof. And
let's go.
Yeah, it was
good job,
really
Rachel.
Yeah, the network sucks, man. It's just not fun. It's hot, miserable, and it's usually summertime, and oh god, it's just not fun. Not at all.
I mean, but like I said, I want to be rated right around 100. If you want to send somebody on to take a look at it, I have no problems with letting somebody in. You want to send somebody down to take pictures or whatever, I have no problems with letting anybody in. And then you can give me a better estimate on what you guys are looking at that point. I just, like I said, we're in a position where we want to sell. We don't have to sell. And I know a lot of companies, they prey on, people that are upside down on mortgages and, that are in a position where they have to sell.
Right.
And, like I said, I try to make myself clear that I don't have to, I want to.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it very much.
Yeah, I know what the value of the house is. You know, I know that it will sell for around 180 to 200. I understand that you guys need to make some money on your side, and you know, I'd like to make a little bit on my side as well. And you know, where I'm at with my number is, I believe, is a fair offer. You know, in a worst case scenario, you know, if I have to keep the house till spring, I'll get a dumpster over there. I'll empty it all out, get the yard cleaned up, and I'll list it, you know, as is with a realtor for 130, you know, and I'll make a little bit more off of it. You know, now I know there's realtor fees and all that, but you know, so I don't want to have to do that. I prefer to sell it to somebody that's going to give me a cash offer, just so I don't have the headache. And like I said, you know, I understand you guys got to make some money. I need to make some money on it as well, you know, and you know, if we can come up with a number where we're happy at the end of the day on both sides, then, you know, we'll do business.
Well, and tell me this, have you, especially since you know the business, have you put any numbers together of what it's going to take to get this one ready?
I figure at most, to get it into a position where, and you know, that's a tough question, because it all depends on what you're looking to do with
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I get it. I mean, finishes and those kind of things, it's a big difference. But...
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody has their own personal taste on what furnishings and stuff like that they're going to put into a place.
Right, for sure.
So you know, it could be, you know, it could be an exorbitant amount of money, which, you know, I don't understand why anybody would do that in Penn Hills, but
Are you
in my honest
still
opinion,
interested in selling your property over on Daisy Lane?
Are you the one that sent me the messages?
No, I'm not. This is my first time connecting with you, but I'm sure that you've reached out to previous investors already. Have you spoken to them about a number yet?
Yes, ma'am. 160.
160?
Yes, ma'am.
And then could you just so I'm not popping up anything in terms of the property besides the lot size. Could you clarify how many beds and baths that the property has?
It's in 0.86 acres, and it's got.
Alex, we're waiting for you, buddy. Go and join.
You know, whatever we end up deciding to do with it, and we do all the different things. And then it's just understanding, you know, does the math make sense? And I get you, man. I hear it. And when I got started in this business, I didn't think anybody was in it. I don't know. I came in naive and thinking I'm the only guy that's found this idea to really figure out that, oh my God, everybody in America is trying to be a wholesaler, which gets crazy. But, you know, and I've seen it all, right? And I've dealt with other wholesalers that I just understand more than ever why they give us a bad name. Because it's, you know, people don't know what they're doing. But, you know, it's really just, it's much more of it's just a business transaction, right, of trying to figure out the numbers. And I try to use, roughly speaking, you know, a $30 to $45 a square foot repair cost. And that's all relative to what's going on, right? Does it need windows? Does it need HVAC? Does it need carpet? Or is it just paint and lipstick and we're done? Or, you know, do I got to rip a kitchen out? Do I got to rip bathrooms out? And, you know, all those kind of things.
Kitchen cabinets and everything are in decent shape. You know, there again, like I said, it's, you know, it's personal preference. They need a good cleaning, because they had dogs over there and they were slobbery dogs. So the faces of the cabinets need a good cleaning. You know, because of the dogs, there's a lot of dirt on the floor. So like I say, that the house needs a good deep cleaning. But otherwise,
give me 1 second. So 2 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Welcome to come look at it.
Unfortunately, I'm not in Augusta anymore. My husband and I moved from Augusta to Virginia. So it's 2 bed, 1 bath, or
Samson, you're making dials. Let's go. What's up?
$150.
Hello.
Hey, Musan.
Hello.
Hey, I'm trying to reach, I'm probably saying his name, Musani. Oh, I apologize.
Can I buy you coffee? Can we sit down and talk? Buy you lunch? Which leads to starting a real estate. I'm sorry, which leads to starting a remodeling company. And he had just finished doing remodeling on a guy's bathroom and made like 30 grand on it. And he's like, man, we got to get a remodeling company. I'm like, all right, cool. So we start this remodeling, trying to focus on bathrooms. It was really just doing bathroom remodeling, kitchen and bathrooms.
Yeah.
We didn't have a GC license, and there were some issues and different things to make it go. But that was the idea. That was the concept, right? And so we take off and run. The problem is our lead source was Angie's List. Okay, so that leads to a bunch of frustrated leads, and you're getting people wanting you to repair drywall for $50. And dude, it's costing us $500 just to show up and look at it, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, this is not going to work. So I go talking to the guy, and he's like, why don't we go to an event for this real estate thing that he was involved with? And we go down there and we get into talking about wholesaling. And I'm like, why are we not wholesaling? We're wasting our time chasing $500 drywall jobs. And we could be doing something else. But anyway, I'm telling you that to say just kind of the background, but also understanding your point about the bathroom, the remodel work. I think your 4 to 5 number might be a little bit low, but you're still in the ballpark. But
After I said it, sitting there thinking about it, on the low end, you could probably get it down to 4 or 5. Average, you're probably around 6, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I forgot, I haven't been doing a lot of big jobs lately. So, the whole COVID thing, I forgot about pricing and everything going up, after COVID. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. You're probably around 6, maybe 7. And I'd say, that would probably be the most, like I said, I mean, that's for material though. That's not for, labor either.
Yeah.
My buddy, like I said, he does appraisals, and he ran the numbers of the comparables in the area, and what 40 listed 45 days, what was listed and selling like 45 days, and kind of went from there with it.
Okay. So tell me this. I know you said there's a bunch of stuff in there. Is that, I'm assuming, will that be cleaned out, be gone by the time we go to close, or is it something you want to leave behind and want us to haul it off, or what are you thinking there?
it's really 6 of one, half dozen the other to me.
Okay.
Nothing over there is of anything of value to me. It's all stuff that they left behind. So, I told them, that we're just gonna probably eventually get a dumpster and send it all out. So, if $500 for a dumpster is gonna make or break it, then yeah, I can get it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going through your list here. So when you say TLC, is that what you're thinking about? Like fixing that bathroom stuff and getting the junk out, the garage door, you said?
And that's why I said, in a worst case scenario for me, if I can't get somebody to buy it for the price that I'm asking for it, I'll do minor repairs on the inside. I'll clean up the floor and get all the dirt and everything off of the floor. Like I said, do the scrubbing that I need to scrub on the cabinets and whatnot. Throw some fresh paint on it and then list the house as is.
Hey, David.
And at that point, like if I'm
Hey,
doing,
Dave.
if I'm doing
This is
work
Ed
inside
Walker
the
with
house, I'll
TP
probably
Max
list it
Investment.
as is for
How we
one
doing this
bid.
afternoon?
I'm doing well.
I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully the day turned out pretty well for you.
It did.
All right, I'm glad to hear it. Well, Dave, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Hey, I am just reaching out to you about your property on Trout Creek Road. Are you still open to selling that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Have you received any offers already for it?
I received an offer for it. I had it listed and I took it down.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do some things. I received an offer then, but I didn't accept it.
Okay. Oh, you had it listed with the realtor?
Right, and then I had taken it back.
Okay. All right. But does the property need work to it or something?
No. I just I was gonna do something else instead, but I decided I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna make it an Airbnb, but I don't want to do that.
Short-term rentals. Yeah. Could be good.
It's too large. It's too large for that in that area.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So, what did you have it listed for?
$425.
$425. Okay. So, what are you looking to get for it now?
If I let it go right now, it'd just be $400.
Okay, gotcha. And that's market value that you're looking for, or where'd you get those numbers from?
The realtor had done the market value. Actually, we had lowered the price.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do a quick sale.
Okay.
And then the offer that I took serious enough, I had just changed it. I said that because of some other things were changing in the neighborhood, I was more so giving it away.
Okay, I got you.
The highway just opened up, and so there are a couple of things, and we were just changed to the Jack Britt School District, so it changed a lot of things.
Okay. Now, and 400 would be the least you'd be looking for right now.
Right, where I'm talking about just turnkey, just turn it over.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I can continue to do what I'm doing.
All right, I got you.
The place is vacant right now.
All right. And how much you would say we had to do work to it to get it in retail condition?
Paint.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, based off of what I'm looking at there, Dave, I would say the best would probably put it back on the market.
I'm sure.
Be redone as well, or?
The one room, yeah. Technically it's considered the master bedroom.
Okay.
The flooring is just at one point the house. The flooring, I don't remember, the carpet got wet or something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But after we pulled the carpet up, because it had some old, what do you call that wood? Cedar wood floors.
Okay.
So my mom wanted to pull the carpet up and just have like the floors polished and put like a lacquer on them. And the master bedroom floor, it got patched. Now, I think the air conditioner handler inside that room leaked or something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But we lived in the house till 3 years ago. And then we rented it. And like I said, the one renters, we had to evict them.
Okay, I understand. So what I've come to hear from the conversation is you essentially upgraded your son's bedroom. You put roughly let's say $4,000 or $5,000 into it. The master bedroom as well, you've kind of done some repairs to. You spoke about the flooring in regards to the situation with the water. So if you were to put a number on all the repairs, what would you think would that value be that we would still need to do for the property currently?
So my one buddy that does renovation work, he flips out. After the last guy called and they offered us pretty decent money, and then they came back and said, no, we're going to give you this, and they came back and did this. I'm like, all right, I'm done. So anyways, past that, because I'm not going to talk about what we were talking about. He says anywhere from $30,000 to $50K. He said if we go $50K, if we rent it out, then he's wanting to rent it out for $1,800 a month for the location, the yard, and all that.
Okay, understood. So let's say we put $50K into it and we made it, brand new. What do you think that property would be worth after we repair it?
So that's the funny thing. In this neighborhood, we've seen houses go for the house I'm looking at right now got auctioned off. It was a quick sell because the woman that lived there just didn't want to be near her family. It sold for $230,000, and there were people chomping at the bit.
Yes, sir. I was calling about the property on Garrett's Drive.
Okay. Now, was it?
How much did you want for that one?
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, was that comparable to your property in regards to, beds, bath, square footage? You spoke about half-acre lot. Was that comparable to that, or?
I'm going to let my wife there.
I don't know. The square footage wise, maybe a little bit bigger. The property, and it's a block house. That's the difference. It's a block house.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger. It's still a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. The property size is maybe a little bit bigger, not much.
The only difference is their house pulled up all the way up front.
Yeah, the difference is their house is right on the road, whereas ours is kind of in the middle, so it's got like a front yard and a backyard, but it's completely fenced in.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a brick house. It's a block house, where this is not a block house. It's a stick house. It's an old cracker house. But the old cracker house next door to it, it had termite damage, roof damage, and all kinds of stuff. Holes in the floors and everything. Mold all over, black mold all over the house. They came in and I auctioned that off for, I don't know, I want to say 180 something. And then they turned around and in 3 weeks had it sold for 280.
Interesting. I think I see the properties. I think I see the properties that you're discussing. I'm kind of just looking into this as we're speaking. I see the one that it sold for, I think 185. It was 6315 Mosswood. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it sold for 185. It was 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,800 square feet.
And that's what they keep. Well, they're counting the garage in that square footage.
Okay.
It's an attached garage.
Right. Yeah.
And it's 1 bathroom, and it's still technically a 2-bedroom house. See, they're listing them as 2-bedroom houses because 1 bedroom doesn't have a closet. That's why they're listing them as 2 bedrooms.
Okay. So I see that the properties.
But they're 3 bedrooms.
The 6315 was sold. Looks like January.
Half the size of the lot that we have.
Oh,
yeah, the property size is half the size of the home as ours. This is 2.
Okay. So, I mean, I can hear all the, you know, the situations that you guys are experiencing.
It depends on which direction you're looking at. But all these houses around sold for
Gary, there was a house on
really cheap and then turned around, flipped, and sold again.
Yeah.
2 blocks up, there was a house that sold for $700.
my Gary.
And when do you think that was sold? Because I'm looking at comps
That sold
for.
about a year ago.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
The trusted deed, everything. I just got out of that. I had a lawyer to get me out of that.
Got it. Is there a mortgage on the property?
Yes.
Okay. How much are you?
$19.11 a month.
$19.11 a month.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to sell or finance it to us? Subject to it to us? Because that's probably my only offer here. Because I mean, 305 is just a little bit close to retail. But I mean, if you're cash flowing $4,000 a month and your payment is, you said what, $1,900?
Yes.
I mean, there's some. I mean, there's a pretty good spread there. I think it could be a win-win for both of us.
Yeah, I know, but no, we're not willing to go back into that right now at this time. I mean, why? And then, so I'm not in a big rush because, like you're saying, it is now. It's cash flowing already, and.
I have one other option for you.
Okay.
But it'd be less than 305.
Okay.
I could come in at 250 cash.
Well, I had already. Oh, actually, I got an offer at 285, 500 cash already.
Okay. And was there a reason you didn't want to take that offer? Was it the terms or the price?
Well, no. Well, my wife and I, we already agreed with that number. The three. Well, actually, she said 300.
She said 300, and you said 305.
No, I said 302.
302. Okay.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around. Usually, the wife wants more than what the husband wants. Usually.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, listen, I don't think that a cash offer, to be honest, would be a good fit. I mean, you're cash flowing like crazy on the property.
Yeah.
And I think the only real way out of it would be to do a subject to, which you said you don't want to really do that. And then for it to work for me, I would be under that 302. So.
Okay.
But if anything happens in the future where, hey, you want to get rid of it fast, we can do the 250. And I would love to come in on that, on a subject to with you in the future. If you decided that, hey, I want to wipe my hands clean of the property and I'm still down to make some money on it every month.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
And let's say hello to Mr. Gene.
What the hell's going on, everybody? Hi, everyone.
Making dollars, trying to get some contracts. So
I've been watching you guys, and I was like, I gotta be in the room.
Trying to bring some energy. I was telling to people yesterday on the webinar, hey guys, come on freaking live and make some dollars. Good content for us. Couple of leads for you, and more people want to join and Lauren, and we have Ashley and Ari giving feedback too. Okay, here's Sydney posting that she just got a contract. So just some things are going.
Freaking awesome. This is an awesome lineup. This is wild. So many people just getting it done.
Ashley is about to pitch an offer. Let's listen to that. Ashley, unmute. Ashley. Let me see who else I can unmute.
Now, with that said, what makes it fair on both sides to both the buyer and the seller is you're given that inspection period, and it's called different things in different places, right? Some people call it due diligence, some people call it inspection, but essentially you're given that time period that says, okay, go make sure everything's legit and kosher and blah, 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 blah. And it prevents people from, on both sides, from screwing the other. But the truth is, you do have that time period that if I get into it a week into it and say, man, you told me everything was great and there's a tree through the roof and there's holes in the floors and other problems, I'm not buying this house. Then I have, if I'm in that period, and that's not me, that's just contractually written into the contracts, that if I'm in that time period, I can cancel and get my earnest money deposit back. And the whole idea is it's kind of a way that really just drives truthfulness on both sides. But I would tell you on the other side of that is if you listed it on the market on your own or with an agent, and an agent brings you a buyer, the same process and same situation applies, right? So that buyer should be able to pay money down, some earnest money deposit, which is their way of saying, I'm going to buy this in good faith. I'm moving forward to buy your property. And then they have their inspection period just the same that says, I don't like this deal. It's got problems. It's got whatever. It allows them to back out and walk away. Now, with all that said, once we cross that threshold date, in the wholesaling space, we call that your money went hard. The money goes hard date. So once I've crossed that time period, let's say it's February the 1st. So if I try to cancel on February the 2nd, I can't get my money back unless you're just nice and decide to give me your money back. But there's plenty of times that.
And guys, it's always great to have Gene. You know why? Because Gene is coming with some presents. And since we got Gene here, we're going to spin the freaking wheel, the wheel of Gene with the bonuses, as you all know. And today we have a light way because we got the boss in the building. So, and Gene is allowing to spin the wheel for people who are in the comments here. So write some nice comments about what you see, what you like, or just about Gene, how great he is. And we're gonna spin, we're gonna pick one comment, one in 30 minutes, and we're gonna spin the wheel. So let's freaking go. Let's spin the wheel. Let's even give some more opportunities to people. And if you guys are not familiar, the jackpot of our wheel is $100. I'm about to pull on the screen. It's $100 jackpot. It's 20 lead pack. It's premium. It's premium for freaking 6 months, which is the value of like almost $500. So this is all the potential prizes. And again, just today, if you're just part of that, bring your friend, bring your family. You know, everybody should watch and stare and do those things. And again, if you want to participate, make sure to join Coupon Club or SpeedToLeaders, and you can be part of this too. Having said that, let me prepare the wheel. And while we're doing this, let me unmute somebody else.
Look at it, and I look at it, and she's like, well, this is for 90, not what we discussed. I'm like, you're right. And she started reading further into it, and she's like, well, this is 100% refundable, the earnest money. So even if he cancels outside of the inspection period, he's eligible to get everything back. And then I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, we're not being hemmed up for 30 days like that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it, man. It makes sense. Yeah, awesome, dude. Well, you've given me what I need, and I think we are definitely on our path here to make this work. So like I said, let me dial in what I've got. I will get with you tomorrow. I'll do my best to get with you tomorrow. Do you have any pictures at all of the house now? Or anything recent? Don't have to be like yesterday, but anything recent relatively?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll have to look at my phone. If not, I can maybe run over tomorrow and try to take some pictures. I don't like doing that personally.
Sure.
I'd rather you send somebody over because there again, you know, legalities of it. Oh, you're trying to hide this.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather have, you know, somebody, you know, that's why I said, you know, I have no problems. You know, if you want to get somebody and I'll meet them over there, that's absolutely fine. You know, it's just that, you know, I try to cover me as well. You know, I don't want anybody coming back and saying, oh, well, you took a picture of this, but you weren't showing that. You know, I mean, obviously I would try to get the whole rooms and roofs and ceilings and whatever I could, you know, but I would prefer if you sent somebody, but okay. I mean, you know, like I said,
comps are kind of, you know, good. I put all that information in my notes.
My mom doesn't feel like driving up there, but
no, I can get you the addresses.
She doesn't. No, tell him flat out you don't feel like doing shit.
I can get him. I can text him everything. I can text him pictures.
Take 2 seconds.
No, I mean, I don't need pictures of the other properties. I mean, at the end of the day, if you guys can just collectively come up with a number that you guys would want to sell it for, let me know. And then like we can look at the details based on what you had said. And if we can come up with a competitive offer, we would be more than willing to kind of help you with that.
Because I can get you all the addresses that sold. I can send you pictures of the property, of our property.
Well, I think the two that are on your street are kind of good comps. I do see one that was a little bit bigger. It sold for $215, and I do see one that's, that one that we had talked about 3 and 2, but you had said they included the garage and the square footage. That sold
because it's got 2 apartments with it also.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I wish I had kind of pictures of what it looked like.
That's got 2. It's got a pool and everything.
Yeah, they were updated though, right? That rents
out as an Airbnb.
Okay.
Or just the next house north of that.
Okay, so again, you're talking between 30 and 50K in rehab. That's just an estimate. Now, with that considering, what would you guys realistically want for that property? Now, this would be a cash offer, so you guys would walk away with, what that would be. 125.
125, and we can negotiate. But if you go past 170, don't waste your time.
Hi, my name is Rachel.
Sorry, you're talking 125. When you said 170, what were you meaning by 170?
I didn't mean 170. I meant 70.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm watching the replays on game.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I think I have all the
things. You'd love to walk away with 125, but if you're gonna come with an offer under,
we'll negotiate under that.
Yeah, but anything under 70, don't even bother.
Okay, so what about 75?
Me and her would have to discuss that.
How much time would you guys need to close?
Not the closing, that's the problem. We could close next week.
Okay.
The problem is, and this is the deal we had worked out with every single company, is doing a cash back lease. That you give us, say you offer us 100, you give us 70 up front, you give us 30 days, because we have things that we got to get out of there, set up a dog kennel, things like that.
Not dog kennel, but all my mom's antiques are up there.
We'd have to build a shed so we can get everything moved. We're obviously not going to leave it all up there, but we need a shed or something to put all that stuff in. It's such antiques, bunch of antique furniture, things like that are in there that need to get moved.
Okay.
So the idea was, once we have a little bit of cash up front, we can get the building built, get everything moved out within 30 days, and then that was the plan with all the other companies. They worked out that deal.
I understand. I mean, obviously, my goal in this situation would be to help you guys out the best that I can. I would obviously need to do a little bit of research from my end, but if you guys can, think about the offer of 75, you guys, take tonight to kind of think over that. And if it's something that you guys are comfortable with, we can revisit the conversation in regards to negotiation. But I think just having this conversation with me, putting 50 into it, and if I were to offer you 75, I would still have a little bit of wiggle room. If it doesn't sell for the two, I think it was 218. Let me just go back to my comps here.
Ansbrook Drive?
Okay.
Yeah, how much did you want for that one?
Last point. If the new
How much did you want for that one, sir?
And there's going to be no
You gonna send me
water
over?
tax if you're green.
I was actually looking to see how much you wanted for it. I don't know much about the inside. Okay.
Thousands of acres of land that they're clearing and building on. there are so many people moving to Florida. Like, that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, if me and you work a deal with that, we can work a deal with this. I can leave Florida. I'll invite you and your family to Tennessee. We can all drink
Subject to
moonshine
existing
and
loan,
steaks on the grill.
and
Have
I
a
would
good
just
time.
take over
Sounds-
your loan and put some cash in your pocket, because even looking at it this way, let's say you did sell with a realtor, right, where you just bought this, you're gonna have realtor commissions, closing costs, all that. You're not gonna walk away with much. And I'm sure you could probably use some cash in your pocket. So I mean, I could put some cash in your pocket, take over your loan, try to get this place fixed up, rent it out. That's really the only way I see that it would even be feasible. But again, how I would look to see if that would even work is I would be like, okay, what do you pay for your PITI? Is there definitely room for me to get renters in there and cash flow on it? And yeah, I just need to see if it makes sense. But I mean, this subject to is, definitely something we do all the time. I'm actually part of a community that that's what it's called, sub 2. This is what we do. This is how we buy properties. And you're the perfect candidate for it, because you just purchased the home. You don't have any equity. You need to get this out from underneath you with everything you're going through, and you can get some cash in your pocket. Would that be something you might be open to?
Possibly. I would much rather. I do have right now. I have an investor from Arizona that's interested in it, but I have a lawyer now.
Good. Oh, good. Yeah.
And so the lawyer and I met with the investor yesterday. He's a backup offer, the offer that's out there. And he's shown he's getting proof of funds together and he's pulling that together. He's kind of waiting to see what happens on the 23rd. But he is not at the 206 range, but he's within a range that I would take to go that direction rather than going to the subject to. I would think that sounds like it's going to tie up funds for quite a bit of time.
Well, no, it doesn't really tie funds up. So how it works is it's going to look at as it's a rental property, right? I use a third party transaction company. So let's say you needed, proof of your DTI or something, your debt to income ratio. That's something that we can, it takes usually about 6 months, to see, after it's rented, that it's not coming out of your account, like it would be coming out of my account to pay the mortgage. And there's always ways around it. Like I said, I have a transaction coordinator that handles all the nerdy paperwork that I'm not smart enough for. But yeah. So I do have people who know what they're doing do my paperwork, because that's the best way to do it. Yeah. So there is ways around that wouldn't affect you. And I always put protection in where if, I missed a payment and I was 45 days late, you'd be able to get the property back to you. And this is what I like to tell people.
Tell me what you got going on with the
funny.
property.
I've actually had a seller hope that I default on a payment because I went in and rehabbed the place and they wanted it back. They're like, "Oh, Ashley, you can fault if you want to." So it's like, I'm like, no, I'm good. Because if I'm going to be putting some cash in your pocket and taking this over, investing in it, it's not worth it to lose for me. That's crazy. So I think this could be a good scenario for you. I think if I I can at least send you over some docs that I've typed up to explain subject to a little bit more detailed, if you can read it and it's in front of you. I also have some videos that I can send you to of people who have done subject to, and also just some better pitches that can really detail it out for you if you have any questions or a Q&A or whatever.
Okay, and this would be something I would definitely be forwarding to my lawyer and
absolutely
review it and
yep
advise.
Yeah, this is very legal. It really is. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It doesn't make sense in certain properties, but something like yours where it was recently purchased, you don't have much equity, and if you had an agent, you would basically walk away with nothing. This is the perfect scenario to get cash in your pocket, get it out from underneath you, and be able to just move on and not look back.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to send it on over, that would be great. I'll tell you, my goal would be if I would really taking a loss. I'm not afraid to do that just to get out of this.
I do see things between 130 and 150.
I don't know anything about those, if they're full rehabs or not.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up from the studs, you basically got a brand new 4-side brick house.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just looking at this one. And when did you want to close?
I don't owe anybody. I can close tomorrow.
Okay. 45. So let's just say.
And while we're waiting, so guys, just to make it more exciting, so I wrote the rules. Whoever's going to be the closest with his comment to 5:21 p.m. Eastern is going to get the speed.
Definitely, that's what it is. All right.
And Chini 405 looks like is getting one because he wrote the comment exactly at 5:21 p.m. Eastern. So Chini 405. Let me share a quick screen and tell you what you just won. And I hope it will really enlighten your day. So here's our guys' Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Gene, where we spin the wheel for different reasons with the maximum jackpot of $100, 6 months of premium, and 25 lead pack. You can get on this wheel just tonight by just watching this live, making comments, and doing things. Moving further with Super Bowl deals, we're gonna just add a bunch of spins for you with every purchase, with packages, and a bunch of cool things. But tonight, just right now, Chini got one spin because he left the comment exactly at 5:21 p.m. Eastern.
And the shameless plug, if you want to get on the vibe coding train and vibe code another tool, or get on this vibe coding shakalaka, you got to buy a license to my super duper fortune wheel software that I built myself using vibe coding. It's the biggest software launch of 2026. You can buy this fortune wheel license for $1 million per month and be joining all the real estate gurus coming out with their own software. Let's fucking roll.
Let's go. Chini, here's your spin. Let's see what you got. And you just won $10 bonus right away just for watching and asking about $4.99 package. By the way, so here's what you want to do. You want to create a support ticket and say, hey, I want $10 and give me $4.99 package. And if you buy $4.99 package today, as you asked, they're actually going to give you $20 instead of $10. So on top of whatever is included with your $4.99 package. So again, 2 conditions: create support ticket, tell them I won. If you just want $10 and nothing else, it's fine. This is yours. But you asked about $4.99 package, ask the support, give me $4.99 deal, buy it today, and they're gonna double your spin. Let's go. And let's see if we got any more conversations going. We got Jillian in the building. Corey Bander. Corey, you wanted to join? You can still join. We still have one spot available. Somebody's writing. Second contract, Edward is sending. Edward, how's it going?
Oh, it's lovely. Lovely, Yurii. Just got off the phone with a guy out in Texas. Pretty deal. I'm writing it up right now and sending it over to him. He's a truck driver. He said he's pulling in right now, so I could actually take my time. So I think I might do that and just get back on some more phone calls and keep going.
Yep, sign the contract, so he has a chance to sign right away and get back on the calls, and let's make more dials. So
yes, sir. So
hey,
I'm glad to be here.
Trying to keep the energy up. Let's go. Thanks for joining. And Edward, by the way, Gene. So Edward already closed 2 deals with us last year. 21K profit is the biggest one. So we're looking to scale this year. And Edward, I think you use some other platforms to buy leads too, right?
Why do you keep bringing that up, Yurii?
I try to keep bringing it up. You're the guy. You're one of my good references. I never ask the names. We never ask for the names. But if you wanna,
a couple of those big name companies, you know, I used them some time ago in 22 and 23, and it was not panning out. And they kept like dragging me along, giving me credit because they know the leads that I was getting was not it. And sorry to say, one of them is on their way out of the business, and the other one, last time I checked, somebody told me that they're being sued. I can't say, not for sure, but yeah. When it comes to leads and viable leads and a well-knitted community, SpeedToLead is the best I've come across in over the past 15 years I've been doing this. So great stuff, man. I love it.
We appreciate your feedback, and let's go. Sounds like you know a lot of information. Who is getting sued? Who is going out of business? I mean, is that some agent information, or how do you know that? Or you're like,
the suing part is agent information, and the other part of them, the other company that I said, look, it's going out of business. It's because they're just not getting connections like they used to. Because I'm getting more calls from that rep over the last 12 months than I have in 6 years of doing business with them. So that just lets me know. That's all.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for being our client. Glad you closed some deals. Let's close more.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yurii, and we've got.
So how long has that been? Has that been something like recent, or
what's up? No, go ahead. Oh, I like this one. Holy moly! Did you just put it with something? Yeah, like let's get our colors, like red, white, and blue.
There's actually
or red, gold, and white.
You can't see the logo. Let me move the logo around a little bit. Yeah, I got you.
Or I don't know. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. I think it was in October to November.
Okay.
And so the price changed and everything, but we never renewed the contract, and I never signed off on another contract. So I don't know if that matters.
Okay. So how much were you under contract for? Do you know that?
We were under contract for $85,000.
85?
Yes, sir.
Why did you guys cancel?
Well, he said that it wasn't any more work than we had expected, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, at that point, I was just only trying to get rid of it. And I was like, whatever. So he changed the price to $75,000.
Okay.
But we never got that on the contract, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Is this a investor? Is this a wholesaler? Do you know who it was?
An investor.
Interesting. Is this your primary residence, or you got more than one house?
No, it's not my primary residence.
Okay. I'm just saying that would be a rough situation if you guys are getting drug around and all kinds of stuff happening there. All right. So tell me this while I got you on the phone. Tell me about the property so I can at least figure out what an offer would look like if we're able to do something here.
Well, basically, he said the only way that he had told me is basically that we would have to, like, that he wasn't in the business to get people out of their home, this and that we would have to pay, some money because of it, the title company and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know.
I mean, but do you know what the current condition of the house is? Like, is the roof in good shape, windows, plumbing, that kind of thing?
I would say that probably need. I told him the thing that I told him that it would need a full rehab.
Okay. Is it on crawl space?
Crawl space? What's that?
Or is it on a basement or like a slab or a crawl space?
I think it's on pier beam.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's on pier beam. I'm sorry.
Is it vacant now?
No, it's not vacant. That's why we had to back out of it.
So are you renting it now? It sounds like.
No, somebody. So our situation is that my uncle lives there.
Okay.
But the house is under my dad's name. I did the whole transaction with the POA of power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
But so my uncle, he lives there and he was behind on taxes, and I was like, hey, well, look, this is what we can do. So you don't have the money to pay taxes. We can sell it so we don't, you get some money, and you don't lose the house. I mean, you lose the house, but you'll have some money,
Right. I got it.
That's the whole reason why. That's the whole reason why I went into selling it.
Okay.
And when the deal got done, he was like, "No, I'm gonna pay the taxes, this and that." But the contract was already, like, the closing was already signed.
How big is the house?
It's like 780 square feet, I believe.
Is it 2-1 or 3-1?
No, it's a 3-bedroom.
1 bath?
Two bathroom.
2 bath. Okay. They're 2 full bath?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have a garage?
No, it doesn't.
So
It
what?
has a slab on the back of that.
It has a what on the back?
A little slab.
Like a patio?
I think it's like a buildable slab to build a garage in.
Okay.
There might have been a garage there before. I'm not sure.
Build garage. Okay. So well, tell me this. I guess once you get situated, and let's assume the contract and all that stuff goes away, how much are you looking to get out of the house now?
I mean, it's not really up to me.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not really up to me because the reason why we backed out of the deal is because my uncle, like I said, he's the one that lives there. It's basically his house, but it's under my dad's name.
So is your uncle, I guess, the decision maker at this point, or your father?
Yeah, at this point it is.
Okay. All right. So is it better for me to talk to him, or is it something he's just not going to be interested in selling, or do you know?
I mean, I could talk to him once they get in contact with me. I don't know exactly what the situation is right now.
Okay.
And I honestly, I've been avoiding it because I just don't want to do it anymore. But they were supposed to contact me.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm going to text you my name and number, and I'm going to try to follow up with you here maybe in 3 or 4 weeks, if that works. And just kind of see where things are. Because, I mean, if you're under contract, you got to get that part figured out first. Because if you're under contract to close and they've got an enforceable contract, and that could be messy really fast.
Well, the thing is that we had the contract, but we never, like I said, we had another price, and I never got a contract with that price.
Did they pay earnest money down, or did somebody pay earnest money?
Earnest money?
Yeah, like a deposit. They pay like $500, $1,000, whatever.
Well, not to me. No.
Well, it wouldn't be paid to you. More than likely, it would be you would go to the closing attorney or title company, whatever they're using, and they just hold the deposit. It says, in good faith, we're buying this house, and here's our money to say, we're putting our money where our mouth is, right? That we're buying this house.
Yeah.
And then
I think it was.
Okay, because I mean that's another piece you need to find out, because if it's.
No, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm more than sure they did.
Well, but what I'm getting at is if they didn't cancel within whatever the inspection time period is, then that money is not refundable and it goes to you. Or if they did cancel within the time period, then they get their money back. But it's something you need to find out about, because it's a way of keeping people connected to their contract, and it makes it legally binding, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely find that out. But anyway, I've got your information, man. I'm going to call you. Like I said, I'll call you here towards the end of the month and see where things are, if you can figure out what's happening with this situation, and see if we can make something happen.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Thanks.
All right.
Bye. What a mess. There you came up here, anybody?
No, I can hear you better now.
Okay.
So, I guess what I'm trying to figure out here is, what exactly you're looking for, so see how I can help you move forward.
Yeah, where you are and where the offers that I've got previously, you way out of the ballpark. So I don't think we long story short, waste of time.
So what haven't you sold it if you don't like any of those offers, or what's wrong with them terms?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't like their offer. They were a lot higher than you.
So it sounds to me like we're all kind of not coming at the price that you're looking for, right? What's your number? How much are you looking to get?
You know, when I look at the amount of money that I can rent, cash flow kind of empty because of cash. And I have a mortgage on that house up $4,000. So that'll just clear my mortgage out.
Yeah.
Minimum. So, and I need at least $2 to put in my pocket.
Yeah, because I'm seeing it here as investors, and I'm going to assume that that's the majority of the people that call you, right? People that are not trying to invest, they're going to look in the MLS instead of calling properties that are not listed. As investors, we're coming in, and we need if we put $300,000 down, that's what it would be looking at in terms of, because that's how much you're renting this for. It rents out for $3,000. That's kind of like our cap on the offer.
Yeah.
It sounds like all of us investors that are giving you calls, we're all coming in, at that price that's not going to meet your needs. How much are you looking to get for this?
Well, I'll tell you, the best offer I've had, and I didn't turn them down. I just put them. I told them I'll think about it. Was 4.9.
4.9?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh, you should have taken that, sir.
Well, easier said when I can sell it for 5.70.
So if you don't sell it off market, are you going to try to list it for 5.70, or what's your plan?
No, I'm gonna probably list it for something much less than that for a quick sale. I'm gonna probably list it for 5.30, 5.25, depending on my realtor. I'll see where they are.
And you said you're in no rush to sell this, correct?
That is correct.
Because I mean, I'm looking here, and let me ask you this: when it comes to the inside, does it look like it's from the year it was built, or have you done any upgrading or updates?
Well, I put hardwood floors in there. That was not part of it. Had it painted, but for the most part, like the kitchen and the bathrooms are pretty much in the same state. I haven't changed those.
Yeah, and those are the things that would need to be done, right, to be competitive in today's market. The kitchen is the thing that sells the house. When homeowners go for showings and they see the number one thing they fall in love with and makes their decision is the kitchen and the cabinets and how pretty it looks, right? Because I do have another option here, and just being completely transparent. Can I ask you, do you care where your money comes from?
Do I care where my money comes from?
Yes, sir. And this is not implying cartel money or anything crazy like that. I'm just saying, do you care where the money is coming from? Like, as long as you get your money, are you going to be happy when we make a deal today?
Sure, yeah. Well,
Because so I have a big network of investors that usually pay more than some of us, mom and pop investors. And what I would do in this situation is market it for you to them. And this is the way that I can see that I can get you close to your asking price, and the way we make this happen is I have my cold callers just blasting everybody out. We also hire some of the best realtors that know how to market for investors as opposed to end buyers. That way you don't need to do any repairs or any upgrades to the kitchen. We just have a specific way to market these properties. And also, if there is any repairs or anything, we take care of those for you as opposed to coming out of your pot. Is this something that you'd be interested if I can get you your number? Louis?
Yeah, I am thinking about what you said, and I don't know, because before I get you to, expend a lot of labor and time on this, I need to make sure.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, I'm just trying to avoid you spending any more unnecessary time and labor and more money, right? And on top of that, dealing with with the showings and the realtors, and then them coming negotiating you. Because if you list this, a realtor is not going to guarantee you a price, right? It's going to put it out there, and they're going to see a house. Okay, the kitchen's not upgraded, right? When the one down the street is, like, the way we market this is to our vast network of investors who already come pre-qualified, and we don't waste anybody's time, right? And if there's any repairs that need to be done, we take care of them, as opposed to you having to do any more work, any more labor, any more money out of pocket.
Well, so what do you think you can? Have you looked at the house? You seen the house? I mean, you can go on and pull the house.
I've seen some pictures, right? But Zillow's never slept in your bed, and Realtor.com's never pooped in your restroom. So I'm very limited on what I could see. But from what you're telling me, you sound like a very honest guy, and I do believe that the condition it's not like a fix or flip, right? It's a decent condition. That's why I don't come in and lowball you like these other guys. So I am trying to get you the most bang for your buck on this, and also saving you the money and the headache, and get you to where you do pay off your mortgage and you do walk away with some cash, right?
Well, I tell you what, Al, let me consult with my wife. She has a good insight on some of this.
Let's get her on the phone, Mr. Lewis.
No, I need to talk to her independent right now, and
okay.
And then I can go from there.
When do you think you'll have this conversation with her? That way I make myself available for, to check in with you guys.
Yeah, let's see, tomorrow, most probably, because I'll have, still there, right? Because I lost you. I'm trying to flip my phone to go to my schedule, but I think I should be. I'll make sure. Get rid of that. Numbers open. Let's see. That's it. 11, 8, 6. Yeah, so I should be good anytime after 2:00 p.m. tomorrow.
Tomorrow? 2 o'clock. I could probably give you a call around 3. Does that work?
Yeah, that'll work.
All righty, sir. Well, you have a talk with the wifey. Just let her know that, ask her if she wants to keep holding on to this thing and losing hours with her husband because he's putting work into this, property, and just.
I don't think she might.
Then maybe that's the wrong question to ask her, right? But just have that conversation with her. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, and I do think that this is something where I can get you more than all these guys have been coming in and offering you. And the reality of it is like, if it's not to an investor, it's gonna have to be on the MLS, and for that is gonna take more time, more repairs, more headache, more hassle. But we can definitely help you get this done and put some more money in your pocket and come in higher than all these other guys are coming, because I know you're tired of these knuckleheads calling you and lowballing you. I know that's for sure.
No, I talked to just a few people, not a lot. It hasn't been a lot. There are always people calling, but if I haven't called them, I don't talk to them. I only talk to the people I've called most of the time.
Well, sir, with that being said, I appreciate you for taking my call today. I'll, like I said, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow after 3, and let's see if we can get this deal done.
So, the name of your company?
Ray Property Consulting.
Ray?
Yes, Ray.
R-A-R-A or R-A-Y?
R-E-I-R-E-Y.
So where are you?
I'm in San Antonio, sir. We're based out of Austin. We buy properties all over Texas.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was curious. I thought you were. I saw your phone number, the prefix, but that doesn't necessarily mean where you are.
No, yeah. I do get that a lot, and we try to expand all over the country. So sometimes I'm calling, Florida, Chicago, and places like that. So people are always asking, and we're local here to Texas, so I love doing business here with fellow friendly Texans when I get the chance.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate you call.
All righty, Mr. Lewis. You have a blessed day. All right.
You too now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bro, you made some statements there. Holy moly. So it's like, good job.
Gotta come in hot with this many killers on the live, dude. We're all calling the same leads.
I mean, there is a plenty of leads, by the way. Dude, like, this is a perfect statement, okay? I just sent a coupon before we started live. It was like 803 exclusive leads available. It was like 437 untouched active leads, and probably still a bunch. Last I checked, it was like 15,000 untouched sale leads.
Telephone number 610-530.
It's just a lot. But I like the way how you make statements. It was like, and I know for some people, like, oh, he really said that, or he really like went after that. But I think it was great. So let's. Is he really off on his number? Like, can he really get like 570? Is it what's the condition there?
Well, and that's why I'm thinking Novation, right? Because it's good enough to where it has a new roof, it has new HVAC, it just hasn't been updated, right? And the comps in the area are selling around 590, 570. So, I can come in a little under that, and his highest offer has been 475. So I'm pretty sure I could beat it, still make, 10 to 20K on it. He doesn't care where the money comes from. So.
Yurii, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out. I like that shit.
Bro, that's hilarious.
No.
Let's go.
That is so funny. Really?
Which one am I?
Hey, I like that, Gene.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Holy moly.
Leave it there. I want to screenshot that. Hold on.
Don, you look sharp, brother.
That should be our next thumbnail.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah, that's what we gotta
Yurii,
do.
yeah, that's the thumbnail. That's
What
right.
the hell's going on with my eyes and my eyebrows? Does it really look like? Jeez.
Oh, finally, it looks
Look
serious.
at Yurii!
Hey, let's just appreciate. Let's just appreciate that it didn't like fuck anything up.
Wow,
trying
I
to
would
do-
say Mr. Ed Walker is having Michael Jackson vibes, but
Sorry, I like your hair.
I'm just comparing to Don Smith. I'm just thinking,
All right.
how did that
Oh
go
my
different?
Oh boy.
That's
Bro, look at that!
freaking
Look at that
awesome.
fade on Don. It even looks good on the cartoon.
Hey, it did pretty good. All right, it did.
No,
it
it's
did
good. It's good.
Fairly decent. Oops.
That's really cool too.
Where is all of us? Hold on.
Ooh, what the hell
Cha-ching.
happened?
By the way, guys, look at this background too.
I love it. Oh, you could make
I
me
like the
one with.
guy. I like the guy high-fiving an imaginary hand.
I know, me too.
Okay, we're back in the business.
Hey, that's through Gemini, you said?
I use Gemini. Yeah, I completely fired GPT because I think it's absolutely terrible, and I'm all in Gemini now. And yeah, it's like
Gemini uses Nano Banana, and it's really good.
yeah, and then especially the image making stuff is very good.
Why is the
Oh,
image
look at
over
that.
us?
So my chat GPT, so I can put it on. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, I'm not on the screen. But you can like pick, do you want chat GPT 4 or 5? It
Yeah.
says mini, Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity.
What is going
So
on?
I can
man?
change it to any single one I want.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you just showed me that because I didn't even know what Gemini did. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to play around with that.
Okay, let's try to bring us back, but you guys can keep pounding.
What happened here? Oh, I know what happened. That's what happened. Oops, my bad.
Makes it look like there's a really lot of people when we put it like this.
Does Gemini has pretty good voice mode too, like GPT? Can you roleplay with that? Is it fine?
Which one? I have
Gemini.
not played that. No.
I'd like another girl up here, please.
Like you really?
I had to do this, but there's some people might know this. Yeah, I feel like not everybody here is ultra young. Some people are like moderately
Okay,
young.
that one is ugly.
But actually, you know what? It doesn't really. It was supposed to be Beavis and Butthead style.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to be wrong.
Oh my god, Yuri looks like a Beavis.
I am the
Oh
great
my god!
Cornelio.
Yeah,
Oh my god, look
Yuri's
at
the most
Ari.
Beavis out of them all.
Take me to your leader.
I think Yuri and Samson.
Ari's got like a really evil stare in his cartoon. That's crazy. Beavis and Butthead style. That's so funny. So what, you just put like a different like a cartoon style?
Yeah, I just said like make him in Beavis and Butthead
Do
style.
Pokemon. Not that I
Pokemon?
watch that or anything. My daughter collects Pokemon cards. Well, I wonder what we'd look like as Pokemon
Oh, like
characters.
anime?
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Anime might be cool. Hold on, let me put some shades on.
Yeah, everyone look awesome in this picture. Hold on.
Everybody looks cool.
Oh, we're taking a picture first.
Yeah,
good
please take
idea,
a better
actually.
one because whatever you had of me made me look
you're
really
right.
weird.
See, now I've got the floor. All right, now we can take a real ass picture. All right, everyone, get ready. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we have the good. Now we have the good building blocks for the shit. Let's go. All right.
This is exciting. I'm actually really excited to see what this one looks like. Hey, we gotta have fun, you guys, too, while we're doing this.
Anything we can do to make shit more fun.
Speaking of
When you work
fun,
20
while we're doing this, and Gene is gonna show us the next one, I promised we're gonna make another spin with the comment that was the closest to 552. So let's see who was the closest to 552. And there were actually, oh, yeah, that was actually 4 comments at 12:50 and 552. So I'm gonna change the rules for next one. Good job, guys. But Tara, Kevin was lot, but it's fine. Obtain means, whoever is that, and Tracy, you actually put the comment right away at 5:52 p.m. and that's why you're getting, each of you is getting a spin. So let me share the screen.
Isn't there a sound, Yuri, with the spinning thing? Oh no.
There usually is.
No. The sound. Hold on, Yuri. Don't do it yet. One moment. Give me a second here.
If you're happy and you know it's spin around.
And Tara, this is your. And congratulations, $20 bonus for you for just
Dean.
showing up. And guys, by the way,
Voice.
I want to remind everybody, SpeedToLeaders is the only platform, the only group, the only place where you can actually win some money by just showing up. Like the things that we do, it's opportunity. And again, we deliver still real motivated sellers. Like a lead, and by the way, I think Jillian wrote about this. Like, she bought a lead with spinning the wheel on our app, and she bought a lead with the coupon, and she's closing like $2,000 assignment, which might not sound a lot, but if you think about it, she got free $15. She spent $5. She got $2,000, and she gonna get another package. And you can imagine how much she can close when she gets a real big ass package. So, but again, all of that starts with showing up. Do I show up to spin the freaking wheel like every day on our IS app? Yes. Do I show up to pay attention to coupons that we send? Yes. Do I show up on those lives? Yes. And having said that, without further ado, so Tara, congratulations, $20. Create a quick support ticket. Also ask them for the recent deals. And the next person wins even more, $25 that is going straight from Jean's pocket right away into your pocket. And so
here we go.
And it goes to
There.
Mr. Kevin
There you go.
Stevens. This is your
We don't want
$25.
foreign money.
So US dollars for
Can you make that
now.
American, please?
For now, American dollars are still relevant everywhere. For now.
Look how long this is. Look how long this banknote is. It's very long.
And the next
That's
spin.
what she said. Sorry.
That was a good compliment.
You know
next
what?
one.
This is actually more than $100. This is like.
Is it really?
This is like
I can't
$300.
see it because you're the size of a quarter right now, but that's pretty cool.
It's $300 in Arab
That's
money.
They have $300 bills.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mr. Obtain means you just got $15 bonus that you can request from our support team. And the last spin
Babe, look,
is
Gene
going
turned us
to
you gotta see what I look like
Miss
as, The
Tracy.
Simpsons. It's
And yeah,
hilarious.
we're gonna do another spin for you. You need custom strategy.
Maybe.
Before. And Tracy, congrats! You just won another $25 bonus. Let's go. And I'll stop sharing. And guys, let's make more dials. And guys, whoever is on, if you're on the phone, just unmute yourself. I'm gonna just control mute on mute.
Ooh, what happened to Alex's name?
You know, I'm Mexican, bro, so it does sound like I'm talking about drug money and shit when I ask him that. You know?
Oh no!
Start with the fact that you're Alex Rodriguez. Maybe you have some MLB money.
Shit, you know what? I don't know how to edit it back. Yurii, it won't let me edit it. The fuck?
What do you mean?
I don't know how to change his name back to Originale. Something happened. But it's all good.
I can change it.
Someone probably took my rights away. Oh, are you guys ready for the anime?
Oh, that one's cool.
And then we can get back to the dialing. I feel like we're playing too many games here. But the anime one, I have to say, is pretty damn good. I feel like the anime version makes everyone just look better.
Everybody looks sharp.
At least I can say that for myself. There we go. I like that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Much better. I love that one. What is this theme?
This is just anime style.
That is super cool. I was gonna throw up the deuces too. I forgot to. That's behind my head. All right, guys. I about had to head out. I gotta go do dinner. But I think everyone did a fantastic job. Are you guys gonna be live for a little bit longer, or?
Yeah, for now we'll keep down for some time.
All right.
We'll see if it'll be the last
I'll
one.
check to see if you guys are live in a little bit. If you are, I'll come back. But if I don't see any of you, good job today.
Great to see you.
And I
You
will
signed the
see you all on
contract, right?
Thursday.
Did you send one or did you send two?
I gotta fill out the seller finance contract. That's what I'm actually gonna go do with Ari right now.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna send it. So as soon as they sign, I'll send you a screenshot so you can share it.
And shout out to Ashley. So she's always here to support you and close deals, which is actually a hard thing to do well. You also do both things. Thank you, Ashley. You can
Thanks,
see
Ashley.
Love you
shout out
guys.
to
Talk
Ashley
to you
on
later.
Facebook,
Bye.
Instagram, and SpeedToLeaders. Let's go.
Yurii, you should change your Slack profile picture to the Simpson version. Oh man! All right.
I like anime one. I'm gonna do anyone.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Anime made me look way buffer than I am. I don't mind it.
Just to share, guys, I closed something from you guys on Friday for 12,000. So
nice, good job.
Thank you for sharing. Nice.
That's a nice little comment. Just
yeah.
tell us a little bit more. What lead was that? How did the conversation go?
It was an older lady, and I got it under contract back in October. So it took me some work because she was in the middle of trying to find like a old folks home, and not ready to kind of let go of the property, but her health was declining, so she kind of had to and stuff like that. So I kind of worked with the family to kind of set that up. I also reached out locally to some. I went networking at an event, and I met somebody who specializes in senior transition. Got them involved in it, and little by little, I was able to get the contract pretty fast. But then it was really about kind of setting her up for success. And then I got a buyer. He was in from the beginning, so it was just really a waiting process. And finally, we were able to get that closed. I went to her house, so I did an in-person appointment. Got the contract signed in person. I do a lot of work here locally where I'm at. So yeah.
Good job. And that's where, and this is actually situations where you should all feel good about getting paid, because sometimes, this is when people say like, oh, we just try to, lowball people or something. No, like he actually put some work, probably deserved even more money, because it sounds like he needed to get involved with the family, like get involved in another person and did a bunch of work. And again, how much did you pay for the lead? Do you remember?
Very cheap. maybe $20 max.
Okay, it was $20, probably some coupon. Obviously, again, guys, so full transparency, we're not closing every single lead, but that's what it takes. We work on leads, we get them in pipeline, we buy packages, we are trying to make positive multiple X ROI, see what we can do better, invest in another package and scale from there, grow our team as well, because it's also about, how to win back your own time and train other people, to build the business and do all that type of cool things that lead to freedom. But again, it takes the process. And again, you want to be sharp. You never want to be discouraged by a bad lead. Again, plenty of cases when we refund, 21 days refund policy, check it out, what the old rules, but we still refund the most cases out of anybody in the industry. But again, the biggest, and why it's very important, again, you just need this one deal, and you want to make sure that you are sharp for this deal, because some of you might be discouraged. Oh, I buy 5 leads, they weren't good, they didn't pick up, and I'm kind of down. And the seller picks up the phone, like your 6th one, and you sound suck. So there was maybe opportunity, but you're gonna say, okay, it's a lead suck, but you really screwed up by yourself on this one opportunity. Was the best lead that you got that could actually ended up for you multiple X ROI. That's why I always tell you, hey, be prepared, be sharp, have a script. Again, get a SpeedToLeaders script, get your own script, get any script that's possible. So it doesn't matter what you mood you're gonna execute, and just execute. But again, Great story. Thanks for sharing. Let's make some dials.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alberta?
Yes.
Hi, Alberta. My name's Samson. I'm calling in regards, sounds like you have a property you're interested in selling. Is that correct?
No.
You don't?
No.
It says here 9531 Southwest 70 Loop.
That's my address, but I'm not selling.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks for your time.
And that's easy refund. So
Always
I
makes
might
you
do a
wonder
little
what
shot of,
the hell-
and you're
I always
sure
wonder
not
what
even
the hell's
considering.
happening
And we're just going into the next one. The real
You know how
Joseph,
many-
are you on the phone?
You know how many of those I've had when they say they don't want to sell, but then when I ask them, are you just trying to tell me that to get me off the phone? Like, are you tired of these knuckleheads just wasting your time? And then sometimes, they say, yeah, you're right. They just come and they're not serious and stuff like that.
Hey, what you all offering? So we are offering, instead of you making calls or running your own ads or doing your own mailers and do all those things that time and cost associated with that, getting your own VAs, you name it, wasting a bunch of time. We have the largest marketplace of motivated sellers, like real sellers. Like, we do it for you. We run ads. We have exclusive providers who submit their recordings to us, like as leads, and we screen them with our AI process and we post them on our platform. And you can just cherry pick those leads and call them and talk to those sellers and potentially close the deal. Again, we save you a lot of time and money. And here's the even coolest part. If the lead is bad, you can get a refund. I need buyers. Here's another cool thing. We also have Deal Speed Dispo Suite inside of our platform. And there is actually a free trial that you can use anytime. And it has buyers. You can post your property and you can export some buyers and just do a lot of use. But having said that, I just suggest you to create a free account with SpeedToLead. And again, it's completely free, no charge, nothing. And inside you'll have possibility to book a call, like one-on-one call. We're gonna go over all the platform, all the things that we can do for you, and just check it out. Again, we have over 1,500 members right now, part of our coupon club. We have a bunch of people registering all the time. We go on those lives all the time, which that's probably the most important thing you need to know. So I'll check it out. I'm a new agent. Agent is even better because you have so many ways to close deals. It's just because you can call the seller, and again, you can learn here how to be agent investor. By the way, check the testimonial video from Christopher Ball. It's a big long call, but he's sharing about his ins and outs, how to be successful agent investor, and you can do it too. And again, agents has a huge advantage.
And if you use my code, you get $100 bonus balance for signing up.
Good job. Yeah. So yeah, what's your code?
Sorry about that, guys. Dealing with a novation back and forth with a seller with the lockbox. All right, get back to dialing right now.
Is it already a deal that you already have going, or what's the story there?
Yeah, it's a deal that we have going in Ohio, Mansfield, Ohio. So the lady, so we actually started off as it just going to be a regular assignment. Then we sent someone out there and one of our cash buyers out there, and they were way lower. So then we said, we just transitioned it to a novation right away. And so when we transitioned it to a novation, we put a lockbox on the front so that the seller didn't have to keep going back to let people in every single day. And then the seller went back. She gave us her original key. We made 2 keys, put them both in the lockbox. She came back to get her key. And then now she can't get the lockbox closed with the last key. So we told her to put the key in the mailbox. We'll come by, set it back up. Now she doesn't want to put the key back in the mailbox because she doesn't want someone to come over and steal her stuff. So now we're just figuring out how to, so we're just going to have the realtor meter out there tomorrow morning and get the lockbox set up. So it's always a fun day in real estate every day, right?
But this is why I appreciate you a lot, because you share all those things, especially on the innovation side and other stuff. It's not just a quick speech like, oh, just get 40K assignment fee by just, listing. There's a lot of moving pieces. And again, you can close more deals than not and more deals than in cash.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a lot.
But yeah, thanks for sharing. Let's get some dials.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to actually hit up Ashley and the thing. I actually have another novation in Corpus Christi, Texas, that I actually think could be a good subject to deal as well. So I want to market it for both. So we have it on the market for somebody who wants to buy it as a primary, and then also doing subject to. So that as well. And then also there was another one, Marietta, that we have going right now. So right now I have 5 novations going right now. And 4 of them are looking kind of good. We'll see. But yeah, I think that, and that's another thing I would say, guys, like, if you have, because for anyone who tracks on the market, right, like you just do on market offers, there's tons of deals on market that are investor deals, right? So I know most of the time we do want to sell the pretty houses at a discount so we can get that done. But, if you have one of those investor deals where, it's in that right range, but your cash buyers are just keep coming in 10K under, you can throw those on the market and there will be an investor, right, that can come by and get it as well. But it has to be obviously priced correctly. So just something to think about as well. Because I've actually multiple times started off as an assignment contract, and then when the first round of buyers went and they were just under by 10, 15K, threw it on the market and actually was able to make money out of a deal that could have, a lot of people would just thrown in the trash.
Did you do like brokerless thing, or like how do you do that?
I don't like the broker, bro. You said the brokerless?
Yeah.
I always like to use like a straight up agent, right? That is attached to a broker already. So I don't do
okay,
like,
okay. So you just do it through the agent. Okay, okay,
yeah,
I got it. So
exactly
you're
right.
not doing like flat fee MLS or something like that.
No. I know that, and the main reason why I don't do it, I know Rich Wonders. He has like he's really against that, and part of the reason as well is that you want an agent who's in that area, who does deals, right, and you want them to have some skin in the game. It's well worth it. So I like to, I think they're worth it, right? If you have your numbers right, you're gonna make more than them anyways.
Yeah,
And
and there is some insurance too. There are some things I think they cover plenty of things. That's what I heard. And actually, I think you talked about this, and I think Rich Wonders talked about this too. So, but guys, by the way, Rich Wonders, who Don mentioned, Don's 2 coaching calls inside of SpeedToLeaders. Very detailed one, actually, with like Rich Wonders and Don. So Don is closing deals, all innovations right now. That's what he shared every call, like most of the calls he does. But sounds like you do also creative, you do a bunch of things. But your go-to is innovations. And again, I think that was one of the better innovation calls you can ever find, because last time we did this, Don was just covering every little freaking thing that can go wrong with innovations. That most gurus are not gonna tell you. They're gonna say, "Oh, buy my course for $6,000 and see what happens." Nope, it's part of SpeedToLeaders every Wednesday. Again, we have top closures of the industry sharing some insights, and all of those recordings are inside. I can make a few dials. I can find a Zoom link.
I just got an Novation signed right now. The one I was just talking about, actually. So we just got the end buyer to sign. The good thing about this is it's not a traditional mortgage, right? This is someone who's paying cash. So this is a good one. I'm excited about it. Thank you, Speed to Lead.
Oh, you want to show us maybe the screenshot of like sign or something? Or how does it look? Just some down part?
You want to see a screenshot of the signed contract?
Or something like that. Yeah, part that you can show.
Yeah, sure. You want me to put it in Skool?
Or you any place is fine. You can do here.
It literally just got signed. Hold on. Let me ask the realtor to send it to me.
Awesome.
All right, I just asked him to send it to me. I'll do a screenshot, a screen share.
Let's go.
And I also assigned another one from the Christmas when I was making those calls. I just got one of those assigned.
I see here that. Let me just pull that back up here. Okay.
Oh, so did you close the actual Christmas deal?
I haven't closed it yet. I just assigned it today.
Okay. But again, this was the deal, the lead that we called on Christmas Day, right?
Yes, sir.
25th, we made it dial. Here's we got a contract. So, okay.
That price, how did you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you come up with that price? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And was this your primary home, a vacation home? Oh, okay. So how often are you actually, getting to get up there? Nice. Mm-hmm. You're like everybody else here around the Pocono area. We start coming here when we first get it all the time. And then as time progresses, we just start to less and less start to come, and everyone loses interest. All your friends want to see the house when you buy it, and then little by little they fade away as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
It's a very solid, very upscale community for the Poconos, or like one of the nicer ones in the Poconos.
Yeah, this is Big Bass Lake, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of the few ones that allow rentals.
Right.
So it will be a good investment for someone.
Yeah. Have you thought about renting it yourself?
I'm super busy and not very disciplined. We occasionally rent it out whenever I have time, but mostly through friends and family, but not like I'm not a disciplined. Like this is truly like a secondary home. It's not an Airbnb property for me.
And what does it look like if you end up not selling it and keeping it a little longer? What does that look like for you?
To be, I'm sure, used in 5 years by my grandchildren.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush to sell,
Mm-hmm.
but so I can sell it tomorrow if the right offer comes through.
Right. And I did take a quick peek. I saw that you tried to sell this back in 2022 for like $330,000, which that was like when the market was at peak. What happened then? Mm-hmm.
Sure, if you want to. It's the same kind of a conversation as now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using it. I'm happy to sell it. I'm happy to stay. I didn't do any research or diligence on her. I don't think she was from the area. She listed it. Nothing happened. It went off the market. We didn't even I think we had maybe 5 people come in, and then I was not in the picture. And
Okay.
I'm convinced that she wasn't from the area, so she wasn't really showing it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so I mean, out of curiosity, on a scale 1 to 10, 10 being it's very important for you to sell the property, where do you think you land at?
It's not important at all for me to sell the property. If I can guess the numbers we spoke about, I'll sell it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, I'm going to use it as my home, as my secondary home.
Yeah, as you've been using it the same way. Okay. And when's the last time you've done any updates, maybe like roof or HVAC or any of the big ticket items? Okay. I see what you're saying. And so you got some realtors. Do you know who you're going to go with when you decide to sell this property? Yeah.
Very local, because that's what I tested this woman, and my friend called her and said we'd like to see it within 3 hours. Is it doable? And she's like, no, I'm not from the area, it's a short notice, why don't we schedule for tomorrow?
Yeah.
But with Poconos, it doesn't really work that way, because people usually come there to ski for a weekend, right?
Yeah.
And whenever they want to see it, I need somebody who is 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away, who is local, who is just going to open the door.
Right. Okay. And this is it? I see it looks like it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 3,000, a little bit over 3,100 square feet. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It has a full height, I don't remember how many feet, but regular height of a house, unfinished basement.
Okay.
That could be a walkout. So if anyone wants to turn it into like live upstairs and rent downstairs, or a family room basement, or 2 families. Like, it's all doable. I just never cared to do it, but it's fully unfinished.
Okay. So if someone like us who now we buy cash, so if that's something, if we ended up doing business, that's something probably I should consider doing, probably, right?
Like, if you're we also priced it at one point. I think it was like 30 grand to turn it into a beautiful, beautiful space. Like, I envision something very upscale there, but I'm sure you can do it a little cheaper, that looks cosmetic but appealing to people.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I pull up some of the comps that sold in the area. See if I can justify. I mean, because our interests are really aligned. You know, Jane, I'm actually trying to get you the highest offer possible, right?
Sure.
And just try. I mean, it looks like a lot of these homes are listed for quite some time. There's 122 days, 228 days, 148 days. Do you know how long this contract is going to be with the realtor?
Like, get a place of their own.
Yeah.
I think the target buyer, like, from my perspective, right?
Right.
I think there are 2 target buyers. One who is a local person, like pre-retirement or retirement, who wants to spend their like full time live there. And one is an urban, for like either Manhattan or Brooklyn, or
Everyone's looking for a New York buyer.
I know that there is a lot of like Eastern Europeans in that community, like a lot of people from that are Russian speaking, and a lot of them have their homes in Brooklyn, for example. And they come for the summer to the Poconos because it's much cheaper than camp. It's a completely different beat to like kids relax and roam around, and they love it there. So I think that's who the I'm sure if I post in one of the local, like whatever Russian mom groups in Brooklyn and Staten Island, and
is there any reason that you haven't done that yet?
Yeah, I wasn't like, we were not planning to like this woman popped up. She's like, sell the house. I'm like, sure, you can try. This is what, like, she gave me the price. I'm like, listed, we'll go from there. But I kept using it. Like, I didn't really.
It sounds like you're really not truly ready to sell it. I mean, just to be honest with you.
My kids were using it periodically for skiing but now they went to colleges, and
when summertime hits, do you think that they're gonna want to come back, and then you're gonna have
there are many adults who don't like they use this house, they love this house, but they want to spend time with their friends in Europe right now, so they're not coming back to Poconos as much as I love them, and I have no interest in being there without them, so that's why we're deciding to sell.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, just so you're aware, like where we add value for you, we buy with cash. We can skip the showings, the inspections, inspectors, and appraisals, and you don't have to worry about any realtor commission with us. And the nice thing about this is that you're in control of this, so we can close on the exact date you pick. So as long as the paperwork comes back, good to go, we can close pretty quickly. If we come up to a price that works for you, works for us, how soon did you actually want to close on the property?
It doesn't matter. 2 years.
I mean, for us, it's this. I feel the same way. It could be tomorrow or in 2 years. You know, right? Exactly. But I mean, with all that convenience backed in, you know, what do you think is like the absolute best price, knowing that, you know, you don't have to have any hassle, no commissions, no realtors, skip all that stuff. You know, what's the absolute best price that you can do for me today? Yeah.
329, that's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you list it for 329, you are going to pay about, you know, roughly 10% in closing and commissions and all that shebang. You're not going to pay your brother? Why do us brothers get treated this way?
Cheaper than a traditional commission fee.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I guess where I'm getting at, I mean, you're not going to pay the $32,000 in commissions, but you're definitely going to pay probably close to 4% in commission at least. And at your 330 that you're asking for, I mean, you're paying close to $15,000 in closing costs, if maybe a little bit more.
Legal fees are not that expensive in PA. So, yeah, you can do the math.
Yeah. So the transfer tax you got to pay in Pennsylvania, 1% buyer, 1% seller. So just for that, that's already $3,300 just for the transfer tax. And if you're paying 2%, that 2% is going to go to who?
I'm losing you. I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 2% commission, is that going to the buyer's agent? And then what do you, I mean, the typical agent fee is about 3%. You're going to pay your brother at least 1%? Or you said you got somebody, a local guy named Mike. I don't know if your brother's not going to charge you. Okay. So roughly about 3%. So about 4% in closing costs, like I said. So you have 1% in transfer tax, yes. Right. And then you're saying you're going to pay about 2% because you're not paying any agent to sell your house, but you're going to pay someone to buy it. So, I'll tell you right now. $13,000. Yeah, I'm pretty good on the calculator. 330 times 4%, 13,000. A little bit more.
In my favor.
We're all guilty. We're all guilty of that sometimes. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're not too far off from where you want to be. I'm not calling to offer you 200,000. You know, so I just need to get at a place that works for you and works for us, and kind of really. And that's what I'm trying to see here. I mean, it's hard. I don't know too much about the condition of the house. You said it's perfect, and everyone thinks their house is perfect. And then I go there, and sometimes I'm like, wait, is this the house? Were we talking about the same house? You know, so of course we got to verify condition. Did you said that you did any updates to the kitchen recently in the past? No updates at all? No, very good shape, yes. But like, have you done maybe floors or paint or kitchen cabinets, countertops, The house is, you know, close to 20 years old. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stayed there more. So yes, it's like it's livable, good condition, but I haven't really used it that much in those years, right? So there's as far as wear and tear, it will need a coat of paint, which I can put.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't think it needs any major. The roof is in a good condition. The plumbing and heating and ventilation, my husband is in that space, is in a great condition.
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen is not worn and torn because no one really cooked in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all good. The appliances are relatively new. So
Are they stainless steel?
the refrigerator is stainless steel. I think the stove is black, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It shows you how much time I spend in the kitchen.
Yeah. You're not a big cook?
No.
Oh man. I was hoping to get a meal out of this at least. Yeah. Well, I mean, given for like what I'm seeing for like the similar homes that really do need some touch-up work, and I know that your house is not falling apart. You know, I get that part. But you know, I'm trying to see if this is going to be something that we're a good fit for. I mean, if time, I always tell people, I know that for a lot of people are like cash is, you know, it's the same thing. Cash represents a certain kind of convenience. You know, it's absolute certainty. You don't have to worry about if it's going to sell, how it's going to sell. Because I've heard this all before with a lot of people, unfortunately, and with this kind of property, right? They'll list it with an agent around this time and then suffer throughout the summertime because they couldn't rent it because they had it listed and there were showings and they didn't want to book up the entire summer, and then the property would be sold. And just I've heard this a million times, and that's why I asked you, you know, knowing the kind of convenience that you're going to get, you know, what's the absolute best price that you can do for me today?
I haven't heard your offer yet. I don't know where, like, I'm convinced, but speaking to the people that I spoke to, they're all telling me that I should list it at 325, 329. Like we had it appraised.
Right.
The few houses that I've seen that were on the market, they were night and day comparing to my house, right? Like they were 60 years old.
Yeah.
And they're like, they small, they are old. My house looks like it's bright, it's modern, it's pleasure to be there.
Yeah.
So I think there will be a buyer for that house, right? Like I don't want to negotiate against myself because I'm pretty convinced whether it's like, for me, timing is not critical. So I'm convinced that if I don't sell it in April, I'll sell it in, I don't know, August, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it depends on what's important to you, right? If price is the most important thing, then I'm probably not your fit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm okay with that. We don't need to buy the house, but if we can provide you with a service that you'll be happy to receive, you know, with speed, convenience, no hassle, especially if you're, you know, out of state, you can literally just sit back and collect a check. Like, what is that worth to you?
It's a transaction, right? By living there, or I'm going to sell it at a price where I can buy something else. So for me, it's absolutely like no difference.
Yeah. Like I pulled up a quick valuation just to see what the internet says about it really quick, and it looks like it's priced at $294,300. And that's, I don't know, you know, I'm not saying that's our offer or anything, but that's what it's saying that, you know, the value is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, could you see yourself somewhere in that range? Again, I got to double check with the, you know, underwriting team.
pay minus 14,000. Like there is a 15,000 differential we can play with.
Yeah.
But I'm not going under 300 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I saw one that sold. Let me look at this one here on Mildred, 33 Mildred, 66 Mildred Drive. That sold for 277 right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This is in way better condition than this. You're saying this is very clean. And there's no updates. The kitchen looks original. The wood looks good. The floors look good. Maybe you need some appliances. So you're saying to me, if you can get somewhere between 290 and 300, that's kind of where you'd like to be. Has to be under, even if I'm making it way easier than all these realtors and all these, people you're going to be dealing with, inspections, appraisals, mortgage lenders, and then it has to appraise and go through that kind of inspection. Like a realtor could tell you what it's worth, but the person who's going to tell you what it's worth is the bank who's going to lend on it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Getting the fair market value for it is what I'm going after.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm not saying I can, but if I get an offer approved for 300,000, are you ready to move forward?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this to the underwriting team. It usually takes us within a couple hours, but being that it's at the end of the day, I probably should be able to get back to you tomorrow. Is there a best time to give you a call back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so in the evening time. Okay. Okay. So I will reach out. I will submit your file over to them and see, what's the best. Like I said, our interests are aligned here. I don't get paid unless you do, right? So that's a good thing. But like I said, my whole thing is to argue a good case for you, see if I can get you, the amount you'd like. I can't make any promises, of course. If we do arrive at a number that works for you, we'll email you a simple purchase agreement. We'll go over it over the phone just to make sure that we're all understanding. And then you tell me, if you want 30 days to close, you let us know. We use cash, so we're ready to close at your convenience. Okay? Sounds good? All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions for me at all? Typically, a little bit of everything. So we have some rentals that we have, of course. A lot of the work that we do is really, put a little money in to get a little money out. So, yeah. Yep. How many properties? What was the question? They're primarily residential, not commercial. And right now we have 2 flips going on at this exact moment. So, we're not like some huge conglomerate kind of company. We're just, some regular people from the Poconos. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening and we'll talk tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.
How do you feel?
Good. I'd like to. I hate to say this, but I will say it. I will beat up on a seller, respectfully.
I think you did great, and this is what I was trying to pitch. And again, I know I'm the guy who's not closing deals, but I was just trying to tell people, hey, you gotta make statements, and sometimes aggressive statements. And again, when you feel like you're a little bit maybe saying some sensitive things, that's where you made a good comment. Hey, I know it's not like full gut property, but let me tell you this, instead of saying, and I hope everybody who's watching can appreciate, you know, how it's worded, because he could say like, yeah, but there are some repairs needed, or I need to still fix it up, versus the way how he said it. So it made the seller definitely more comfortable, but he also made a point, right? So and he made those statements all the way across the whole conversation. That's what I'm saying about a lack of statements and lack of, hey, we want to still progress the sale. He still asks all the right questions, you know, how did you come up with this price? And he assessed the property, and he made comments, same as Alex. Alex made, you know, those statements when he was calling as well. They didn't just try to disqualify the lead and just hope that, oh, I'll follow up with him, I'll just wait for him to, like, not to sell his house or to get worse offers. No, we made some statements, we made some comments. Again, I think you still give the offer, right? Did you say like the price you're leaning towards to or something?
So I typically, what I like to do is get them as low as I can before I give any number. Like, she started off at 330, and then she worked her way down, and she said she wants 3, and then I got her to agree at, if she got 300, she would accept that offer. And then I kind of set the anchor way down, like, hey, I didn't call you to offer you 200,000, so that way I kind of set like a low expectation. Okay, so what's your offer? And typically what happens is, I feel like, yes, it is about making offers, but if you're making an offer to somebody who is not interested in selling, you're kind of wasting your time. That's why I asked her, what's the, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it that you sell this property? She said, not important at all. So she's not really that interested in selling. She's really about price, and, she probably needs to be looking for a retail buyer, if anything. But she will get that, lower offer tomorrow, 100%.
Okay. So well, that's what I'm trying to find the balance between you, like, also valuing your time, because if you get a feel like you'll be like way off trying to call her back, and especially I've been to those communities, again, not gonna point fingers, but when I ask people, like there are some styles of coaching and calls where people like, hey, like we do two calls. Like, first we want to build rapport, or like chit chat, do all those cool, cute and nice hang around things. After we're kind of look back. So I asked the group, hey, saying, guys, what's your biggest issue right now? They say like nobody picks up the phones for the second call. So that's, and again, I'm not saying like nobody's gonna pick up the second call, but you shouldn't expect that, hey, the second call is gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's where that's where I want to be on the side. Okay, I'm gonna give, and I mentioned this in SpeedToLeaders. Actually, Jean mentioned it in SpeedToLeaders. Like, I want to still give the offer where I'm leaning towards to get a reaction for that. And again, here's another thing I want to just to tell everybody too. If you guys had a really good rapport, like good conversation, and you really put some time to understand, learn, talk, laugh, or do all those things, don't just think that like you're gonna get a hold of her in 2 days. You're gonna just take it from there. So we're all buddies, and like, no, it's like almost like from the get-go. And this is another issue with like second like call, because you feel like I know you, we spoke about this, all the things. They might say, hey, I don't freaking remember. She might talk to some other people too, but the feeling of rapport, of calmness, and other things is definitely fading away for the next call. You need to keep this in mind. So this is where, if you do the second call, by the way, like, you want to still not just want to, hey, following up on the offer, here's my lowball offer on you or something. How do you feel about this? Because you think they had all this rapport. You need to say like, so just for me to recall things, we discussed this and this and this. And by the way, you needed to do this, like, this is anything else.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. And I can imagine like probably your calls are going this way, but I just want to, whoever's watching and doing second calls, like, don't just assume you build this rapport. And I think we saw in one of our lives how somebody did just calling back, hey, here's the offer, and the guy's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, the call is over. That's it. Yeah. It's like, so you could do just on the first call without wasting time of trying to get a hold of the guy. And again, it's good if you can get a hold of the guy second time. That's why I like to be leaning towards thing. And this is for everybody who's not comfortable about comping, not like hesitant. Just throw some out there based on your best rough guess. Try to be on the lower side. Always say, you probably know it even better than me. Like, just say things like, I'm leaning towards this deal, or if you want to use your fake underwriting team, hey, I think my team will be somewhere in those numbers. How do you feel about this? Get a reaction. Don't react right away. And but you can, if you want to be like a nicer guy thing, I think it might be a little bit like, how close can we get there, right? Or something. So we probe on this, but we throw the number out there. And again, you can always secure the second call because you want to always leave it positive. Hey, this was like one of the deals that I'm leaning towards to, that I think my team is going to lean towards to, whatever, like we are going to lean towards to. But let me confirm the numbers. Let me see what's the absolute best we can do, if anything, if I'm missing anything, and let me see if we can do anything creative. How does that sound? Okay, obviously they're gonna tell you, call me back and do that stuff, and like let's find. And I'm gonna call them back, and I'm gonna say, okay, so, and I'm gonna still do this whole thing like, hey, we discussed this and this and this. You remember this number? I think like the maximum we can do in like throw another 5K on top or something. It might actually work out. By the way, just maybe they spoke to somebody else, somebody even tried to lowball them more. If that doesn't work, go into like a couple of other options. Hey, here's like 2 other options we have. I have actually a couple of suggestions or a couple of offers on the table, a couple of ways to do things. So let's discuss it. And this is where you can spend all the time on talking about creative innovations and do all the things if you want to do it this way. And because here's another thing can happen too. I'm not saying it's going to happen all the call, but you'll throw the offer. You feel pretty decent about this, and they're going to say yes.
Right.
So, but if you never give the offer, they don't have anything to tell you even yes. So, and I know like they might be not that interested, but again, I still want to be like, hey, taking you the way how you call, the way how you say like, oh, I know it's like no, and you say, and it's not a final offer, but that's what I see. How do you feel about this? I want to get reactions, and I want to secure the second call. So, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think Alex wanted to say something.
But it sounded good, man. Especially your tonality as well, the way you were asking the questions and the
awesome.
way
No, that was freaking great. This
too,
is the one I want more people to see, and this is how like it definitely should be done. Yes,
like that one where you were like, on a scale from 1 to 10, like that was like, chef's kiss right there. Like the way you asked it, it was like, you get them thinking about it, and you don't just sound like, well, tell me more about the property, like every other generic, wholesaler that's giving them a call. Like everyone's asking about the age of the roof, you sounded genuinely curious, so it was gold, dude. It was good.
Thanks. Yeah, and she had the property listed back in 2022, for not that much more than what she's asking now. And the truth is that 2022 around here, like that was the peak of the market, and it was listed for about 106 days, it looks like, and you weren't getting your ask price then.
Did you address that?
Yeah, I mentioned that to her.
Okay,
yeah,
good job.
I told her, I said, I see that. She's like, oh, we had some people come by, but I wasn't there. And the truth is that she really is not big on selling it.
Right, but she's trying to sell it already for 3 years. So
right.
this is where information about market, and I spoke to Alex about this, so I kind of started with this as well. I'm not sure if we were already live or not live, but this is right now this is the time. This is for all of you guys, because and I know like some of you who maybe started a year ago, you just feel like this is all the market that you see. You need to think about this. Like, and again, Zillow posted that market values of houses like went down by as much as like I think 10% in different markets, against different markets, different places. And again, if you're local, you better know those things.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: the market of housing is not going down in value a lot. But when it actually happens, you're gonna leverage this. You're gonna say, like, did you see, like, you're familiar with Zillow, like, especially that's how they related. But like on Zillow, here's the thing: the properties went down in price like for like at least 10%, and like for up to 10% in different markets. And you know what they say, that the client's probably gonna continue. So again, I know you may be on and rush, but let me ask you that. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much are you willing to hold this property for next 15 years? Because here's, I'm going to guarantee you that in 15 years, probably it will worth more. Unless it goes like really bad in terms of condition. And I say, oh, no, I don't want to hold it for 15 years. Okay, so can I be direct with you? Yes. I think we need to find a way to make a deal. because hey, you try to list it on top of the market. And I understand again how you say, right? I understand maybe there are some little things that you could do better, but I think that was just the pricing was a little bit off, and I see it a lot of times. And again, the worst thing I want you to happen to you, that you're gonna go like year after year trying to list without noticing the market, and the market keeps going down and you keep struggling with that.
Yeah, or locking them up too high.
Having said that, I have actually a lot of investors I'm calling. I have, as you mentioned, I have a little company here, so I'm trying to buy a couple of houses. So, and again, I'm trying, like Caesar likes to say this, I'm trying to keep my lights on in my business, lights on, so having said that, what's the absolute price you can give me? Okay, so we're gonna get there. But again, I'm gonna just really suggest, and again, I didn't come up with this stuff, by the way. I came up with like zero little thing, but the statements about market, it's from like Travis Wells things. Like they discussed it a lot on their stuff. Like Travis Wells closed a bunch of deals. Gonna be on our live coaching calls on Wednesday, tomorrow, by the way. So, but I just want to let you know, like, yeah, guys, right now you have a possibility to use the fact that market goes down. The prices are going down. And Zillow said it. I didn't say that. So Zillow said it. And it, based on what I see, hey, like all those things, like it's definitely not, helping. I know we're getting Venezuela now, but still doesn't help housing. So they're not shipping to us more houses from there. So that's, yeah, hope that was helpful.
Yeah, it was. Thanks.
And this is where Alex was actually pretty good too. Like he made this comment and this is what I would maybe do a little bit longer comment when he said like, oh, hey, why you didn't take this price? When he said, oh, I got this. Oh, because I can list like for 570. But if we could say like, he would make the guy less confident about say like, oh, I can just list it for 570. If he would make the statement that, hey, why didn't they pay this cash? Did you know that market going down, Zillow said it, and it keeps going crushing? Because I can list it like after this statement from you, and especially if you can say like, hey, and I'm part of a large investing community, and we all see that, and a lot of sellers tell it to us, he'll be way less confident saying like, hey, I can list it for 570 and get my money. He'll be way less confident saying that. He's like, oh fuck. He might still say it, but you definitely planting a seed into his brain, and you can expose it later. So that's, again, will it change the thing? Probably not, right? So, but again, you never know. So yeah. That's, but again, it's all about like me, like planting some seeds or showing myself as authority, making the right statements to him. Like, I know things like, and again, even like, hey, we're not going to move forward. I want to leave him with the impression he can still reach out to me. We talk, I close, I build my credibility, because we know that they're going to get a bunch of crappy calls from other people who just going to try to disqualify them and say, hey, if you're interested in my offer, just call me back. I mean, they'll never call you back. You didn't tell them any single thing why they should be calling you back. So, like, it's no reason why. I mean, why never they want to call you back? Are you authority? Are you a trusted person? Like, are you, like, a lot of, especially if you're not even local too, like, why? I mean, they're going to call you back. But if you're the guy who actually told you, hey, here's the market information, here's the stuff you need to know, that you need to keep in mind, even though we might not do business right now because of this and this, they might think, let me call this guy who told me that. This was the only guy who actually spent some time on giving me some information. And actually warned me of not listing because I'm not going to sell it. So that's the thing. And I think we'll call it a day. I know it's been like, what, 4 hours now? Almost. Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Gene, are you with us? You're muted.
Yes, sir.
Give us the motivation speech. For everybody who's watching us. And again, I think it was a great live. We had a bunch of people who joined and said how much they already closed, how much they plan to close. People who are kind of new, people who already closed some things. And again, everything goes down this is what I like to say. Everything still goes down to leads. Like every guru can tell you, like, hey, you need this information. Here's my secret sauce, deal sauce, schmil sauce. SkyDrive AI, SkyDrive things, everything still goes down to freaking goddamn leads and ability to get some sellers who want potential to sell with some safety of refunds. This is what it goes down. And hey guys, you need some knowledge, Gemini, GPT, like free things, YouTube available, SpeedToLeaders, bunch of things, bunch of recordings from anybody who you want. But again, everything goes down to leads. Those lives, those things where we support you, give you some giveaways, spin the wheels, give some money, give some leads, real leads, spinning wheels on apps, and a bunch of other things. Gene.
Hey man, you want a motivation speech? Hey, here's a secret. Sit your ass down and get shit done.
Bro, this is a fact, dude. Get on the fucking phones, man.
Right, get her done.
And when your ass wants to get up for a little bit, and then your success is proportional to how fast you're gonna get your ass back into work mode after you do whatever the fuck you gotta do.
And this is, guys, a big point. This is a reminder to everybody. Not sure, and again, it's not us even saying, it's Brian Tracy saying this. Probably a lot of people familiar with Brian Tracy, but for you to get back into the zone, to get into like this like mode, you need like 15 minutes. If you get distracted, you need to go back into 15 minutes back to, to get back into the zone and just get into the mode. So and again, that's why I try to remember, like, hey, have scripts. Easier to get because you might be in different mode. And again, we're not gonna tell you, oh, just do it. We know a lot of you have W-2s, a lot of you have jobs, a lot of you have some tougher situations, a bunch of other things. We're not gonna just say, oh, just ignore it and everything will be fine. No, you need to have scripts. You need to be prepared. You need to be practicing. You need to be joining those lives, when we give opportunity. And again, just come, hey, this is my script, this I'm gonna dial, this is my leads, get a package so you can get a shitload of those so you can actually, screw up on some, which is fine, and get some feedback, adjust quick, and just keep pounding. So that's but again, everything starts with showing up and doing the actual job. So having said that, tomorrow we have Travis Wells on the coaching call. Tomorrow we're probably gonna go live as well, or tomorrow on Thursday, but tomorrow we have a big launch of Super Bowl deals with the competition that everybody can participate. So you'll be able to submit your leads, and our AI closer coach is gonna score. Unlike Speed Arena, everybody can submit from all the leads. You're definitely gonna get extra points for buying our leads or with our packages, but you can submit any calls. We're gonna grade them, we're gonna put the leaderboard, and the winners are gonna get some money. So, and again, it will be very exciting next 30 days, as any 30 days with iSpeed2Lead. So let's freaking go. Gene, any last words of encouragement?
Just sit your ass down. That's it.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Nice to have you
Good
all.
to see everybody.
Take care.
Nice work. See you tomorrow.